Welcome to the Foresters pregame show presented by Coastal Copy. And we're joined by relief pitcher today, Diego Ramos. Diego, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, Diego, how's your time been here in Santa Barbara this summer?
I mean, it's been great. I mean, I've been to California about 2 or 3 times in my life, and Santa Barbara is probably my best experience because I live in Oklahoma, and it's very, very, very hot and humid out there. And out here, the weather's been great. The baseball's been great. I mean, it's a great environment when we come to these games, and we play good teams, too. It's a good league, and it's good competition for me to get my work in for when I go back next year for Arkansas. And so it's been a great experience, and I love it out here.
Talk about Oklahoma. Could you talk about how you got in the game of baseball growing up?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, my family is a big baseball family. Like my dad's full Dominican. He came from Dominican Republic, so he's always been around baseball. And then my brother plays in the Rockies organization, so he's always been like a family thing. And so when I was younger, we started T-ball, and we just go to the field every day, play catch all year round, even through our other sports that we play, football and basketball. We always play catch. We always go to the cage and hit. And it's always been like a year-round routine every year for me in my life. And so it's kind of my love. So I love the game of baseball, and I do what I can to be the best I can at the sport. Yeah, it's great.
And for you as a relief pitcher, what's kind of the mentality when your name's called up in the bullpen to get ready? Even in a higher leverage situation, what do you do to prepare physically and mentally?
So physically, I always make sure I play catch before the game, at least 20 throws. I do my plyometric balls and my bands, and that gets my arm ready. And then when I get called into the game, I always know that as a reliever, I have a job to do. And so I'm not going in there trying to go long innings. I'm trying to go in there and get outs right away, not give any free bases. I'm going in there trying to get outs. That's my job as a reliever, and I go in there with that mentality every time. Go in there, get outs, soft contact, strikeouts, anything I can. I can't give up no walks. I can't risk stuff like that because that's how you lose games. That's how I always go into the game mentally.
Diego, yesterday when we saw the start of the game, we saw a little bit of a standoff after the anthem. Could you explain that a little bit down the bullpen?
Yeah, we usually always do a standoff between the St. Louis Obisco Blues, but we've kind of had a routine to try to do it with every team that in the league. And so yesterday we did it, and they was kind of standing with us like, all right, we'll go longer. And we ended up going to like the 3rd or 2nd inning, and it was a long time. We ended up winning, though, and so we got the dub, and so it was a great thing. It was cool. I loved it.
Love that. And for the team, Wichita's right around the corner. How do you feel the team's going in heading into the postseason?
Oh, I feel great. I mean, we have a great staff, pitching-wise, great hitters. And Wichita's always a good tournament to go into. And so, like, it's a great World Series to go in, and we got to win games, obviously. We got to make sure we stay on point. We can't make any errors. We can't walk anybody. We got to get everything down. Like, we can't make any crucial things happen in the games in the World Series. So that's the thing that we're here for, is to win the World Series in the summer, just to go in there and win it all.
Awesome, Diego. Well, I appreciate your time. Great catching up with you, and play well the rest of the season and today if you pitch.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
First pitch coming up right after this. Today, the Santa Barbara Foresters will complete their homestand as they welcome in the Ventura Pirates for the final time this season. Hello, Hunter Shumick alongside Aiden O'Neill, welcoming you to Eddie Matthews Field on the campus of Santa Barbara High School. Well, yesterday, Aiden, the Sturs, coming off a very tight game against the OC Riptide, they prevailed 8-7 in that contest.
Huge win for the Foresters. The offense came to play, to say the least. And when we're looking at the game today, the fourth matchup against the Ventura Pirates, the first three, the Foresters took pretty handily. And they're going to turn it over to one of their best arms on the staff, a guy in a couple years that might be getting his name called in this draft that we're talking about that's starting today, Frank Camarillo. It's a fastball in the low 90s. I love his delivery, very unique. Credits Clayton Kershaw with some of the mechanics he's picked up over the years, but going to be a fun one. He's looking to fill up the strike zone early and get that offense back in the dugout.
And for Frank Camarillo, his fourth start of the season, a 1-1 record and a 1.5 ERA through 12 innings pitched. Let's take a look at the lineup today for the Ventura Pirates. Leading off and in right field, Ethan Kearney batting second, the shortstop. Ethan Gonzalez batting third. The DH, Gabe Juarez in the fourth spot. And in left field, Brandon Wynn to bat fifth, and at first base, Jose Mariano to bat sixth. In center field, Robert Pitts in the seventh spot, and at second base, Ryder Gordon to bat eighth. Evan Hawkes will be at third base. The nine-hole hitter will be the catcher, Grant Madrid Murray, with Tyler Sileo, the starting pitcher today for Ventura. At this time, we can also take a look at the defense for the Sturs. D. Kennedy will be at third. Drew Markle at short. Nick Oakley will be at second. Jack Coleman at first. Augie Lopez will get his first start of the CCL season behind the dish. In the outfield, TJ Pompey will be in left. Jonas Sebring in center. And Jackson Freeman in right. Aiden's the final game of the homestand and the final game before the All-Star break for Santa Barbara. Want to finish on a strong note.
Absolutely. Keep the hot hand rolling today. It might be natural for them to come out a little sluggish in the final game of a homestand during the day, but we couldn't have asked for better weather. Probably the best weather we've seen all season long, and we're about ready to get underway.
Yeah, the weather was a little bit cooler yesterday, a little bit windier, almost felt a little stormy, but here, clear skies, 75 from Santa Barbara. And here's Ethan Kearney, bats from the left side to lead things off for the Ventura Pirates. Frank Camarillo on the hill for the Sturs getting the start. Here's the first pitch to the leadoff man. And Kearney will take a strike underway here in Santa Barbara. 0-1 to the leadoff man from Glendale CC. Frank Camarillo, the right-hander from UC Santa Barbara. Here's the 0-1 offering to Kearney. And Kearney's swing and a miss, strike two.
Speaking of UC Santa Barbara, a guy that didn't get a ton of innings, but high-profile arm out of high school, will only continue to develop.
The 0-2 pitch, and Kearney sees a fastball high and away. That is ball one. Ethan Gonzalez will be next, then Gabe Juarez for Ventura. CCL affiliate entering today 5-9 in CCL play. 1-2 pitch, and Kearney will spray over the third base dugout. Remains a ball, 2 strikes.
Good battle here from Kearney to open up. One thing that Ventura struggled with in the three matchups against the Foresters has been striking early offensively. They've gotten into a little bit of a lull, allowed the Forester arms to get in a rhythm.
And the last time these teams did play was on the 28th of June. Santa Barbara prevailed 10-6 in that affair. Fourth time these two teams are meeting. 1-2 pitch to the leadoff man, and Kearney check swing, but takes strike three. Kearney goes down looking, one away in the first.
Perfectly placed backdoor slider for Frank Camarillo, already in a rhythm. Started that at-bat to Kearney with 2 fastballs on the inside that really opened up the outer part of the plate, flipped it over right on a corner.
Now here's Ethan Gonzalez, one away, bases clear. Gonzalez sees the first pitch. It's away for ball one. Gonzalez enters today, 250 average on the year. Shortstop defensively for their head coach, Scott Murray. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Gonzalez check swing. Did he go? No, he's able to lay off of it. That is ball 2.
Something to note too, Hunter, a new battery today, the first time Camarillo and Lopez are working together. Interesting dynamic, and we'll see how they do.
Yeah, great to have another catcher for Santa Barbara. 2-0 offering, and Gonzalez will take a strike, 2-1.
Filthy off-speed pitch, and that slider almost turns into a slurve when you started on the inside corner. It looked like it was going to hit the batter Gonzalez and dropped over the middle.
Here's a fastball tapped back by Gonzalez. Evens the count at 2 after Camarillo, in his 4th start of the season, sits down Kearney via a strikeout. Gabe Juarez will be next. little bit of light wind going from left to right, pole to pole here. Santa Barbara, 2-2 pitch. Gonzalez sees it high, full count.
And we're looking at Frank Camarillo's stats at UCSB. A lot of it was coming out of the bullpen in relief, only throwing a maximum of 2 innings. Here with the Foresters, he can really get that length, the stuff over time.
And the payoff pitch induces a swing and a miss, and Ethan Gonzalez is sat down. Consecutive Ks for Camarillo, 2 gone in the opening inning.
2 straight strikeouts, and they both came via that big looping slurve. Another well-executed pitch, able to spike it, trusting the catcher Lopez to pick it out of the dirt. Got the swing and miss from Gonzalez.
So here's now Gabe Juarez, the DH, 2 gone now in the opening inning. First pitch, and Juarez will foul it back off of Lopez. Looks he's okay. Good to see strike 1. Aiden, you alluded to giving some room to run for Frank Camarillo in his last outing. Pitched 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs in the last outing for Camarillo last Sunday against the Academy Barons when the Stars won 5-0.
He's done it both on the road and at home. And he talked about it, 6 innings, going deep into a baseball game, showing his plethora of pitches. And when that fastball is working, that natural 2-seam run, he has a lot of success.
The 0-1 offering, and Juarez sees it away, 1-1. In that last outing for Camarillo, entering that outing last Sunday, he actually only had 6 innings pitched, so he doubled his total last weekend with the quality start. He's retired the first 2. Here's the 1-1. And this one is down the left field line. Will it stay fair? And that ball is off the wall. Going to second base, Gabe Juarez, and he will be at second base. He will be thrown out, trying to stretch it to a double. That ball was off the middle of the left field fence. And as a result, it was a good read from TJ Pompey and left to throw him out at second. Juarez gave it a ride. Ended up being thrown out at the second station for the final out of the inning. Camarillo and company only have to face 3. Go to the bottom half of the inning. Santa Barbara bats coming up. Out to the hill is Tyler Sileo.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
No score in the bottom of the first inning. Jonah Sebring will lead things off for the Santa Barbara Foresters to bat second in right field. Jackson Freeman batting third today. The DH, Will Rogers in the 4th spot. And at first base, Jack Holman to bat 5th. And in left, TJ Pompey. In the 6th hole, and that's second base, Nick Oakley. Batting 7th and at short, Drew Markle in the 8th spot. And the new catcher, Augie Lopez in the 9-hole, D. Kennedy. Of course, Camarillo start on the hill. But Tyler Sileo, the right-hander from George Fox University, will get his first start of the season for the Ventura Pirates. Currently has pitched 8 2/3. First start on the hill for Sileo.
Sileo got a fun-colored glove out there on the mound, a little bright turquoise it seems, but you talked about it, first start for the year. A little bit of a huge adjustment, prepping for a start rather than getting loose quickly out of the bullpen. Definitely a change of scenery, and today we're going to see Jonas Sebring leading off, usually seeing him in the 2 or 3 spot, but getting things started today.
So Jonah will lead things off. Yesterday we saw Caden Peterson. Typically it's been Peterson at the top of the order for the Stars, but it is Jonah today, Freeman, and then Will Rogers will follow in this inning. No score, bottom of the first. And the Stars, after their victory yesterday, now 18-8 in CCL play, and just holding on to a half-game lead over Conejo. Conejo, they've been hanging tough in that position, just still a half game behind.
And for the Conejo Oaks, all they have to do is just keep hanging around. We know the Santa Barbara Foresters do not opt to play in the CCL playoffs. We reiterate that every time we do a broadcast. So Conejo in this situation now would be the #1 seed when the postseason comes.
First pitch from Saleo to Jonas Sebring, misses in, ball 1. And the Stars playing a little bit of a shorter CCL season with their trip to the NBC World Series coming up very quickly, end of the month. First game in just about 2 weeks' time. The 1-0 pitch to Jonah, and a breaking ball is in there, 1-1.
For Jonah, 76 at-bats on the season, a .342 average. Up there with the best of them on this Stars team, and when he gets on base, we know he can steal them with the best of them.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Jonah pops it up over the first base dugout. That is strike 2. Jackson Freeman will be next for the Stars. Going into the All-Star break, the Stars want to finish this home stand on the right foot. Also looking for a season sweep over the Ventura Pirates. They won the first 3 matchups, playing their 4th game right here today. 1-2 pitch to Jonah, and Jonah swung. He ends up getting hit in the process.
And we'll see what the call is. And that's going to be a rough strike 3. A swing and a miss, but plunked him in what it seemed to be the rib cage. The worst way that you can go down.
So Sebring will strike out. Getting hit. It's like on that right arm. So now 1 away, and Saleo strikes out Sebring. Got them all knotted up. 1 away in the first. And here's Jackson Freeman. First pitch to Jackson from Saleo. And Freeman takes one down the middle. 0-1. Freeman enters today hitting an even 200. Didn't see him yesterday. It's good to see him batting second today for the Stars. Saw him play there, stay in that spot in the order in the Menlo game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Jackson swinging a miss quickly down 0-2.
And we're seeing the approach from Saleo on the mound early, very patient, rocking back into his delivery. And that deliberate nature of his motion is messing with the Foresters' timing so far.
The 0-2 pitch, Freeman high and away. That is ball 1.
We know, Hunter, if any of these top guys, and today in particular Sebring and Freeman 1 and 2, if they get on base, they swipe bags. The Foresters leading the stolen base department by a handful to start the year.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Freeman, he will get hit on the right side, so that's going to put the first base runner on base for the Stars. Freeman is hit, and this hit by pitch is brought to us by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So Freeman aboard. Batter will be Will Rogers, and alluding to the stolen bags, Aiden, 71 stolen bases on 98 attempts for the Stars.
And that's a lot of times to get thrown out, to say the least, 27 times. But also, it comes with stealing that frequently. I would expect Jackson Freeman to be on the move at some point during Will Rogers' at-bat here.
So Will stand in for the first time. First pitch missing down, ball 1.
Just a quick reminder, Will Rogers yesterday, 3 innings in relief to close out that W against the OC Riptide. Mr. Clutch. He does it all, the most versatile player on this team. Truly a Swiss Army knife. And today, just doing the hitting, but can't credit him enough for that win.
There's a 1-0 pitch, and Rogers, he's going to get hit. Back-to-back batters hit by Tyler Saleo, and that's going to put 2 aboard for Santa Barbara. So Rogers aboard, and this is going to bring up Jack Holman. Again, touch on that one more time for Will Rogers. Picked up his 4th save of the season. 3 innings, 4 hits, 1 run which was earned, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. And in that 8-7 win for the Stars, tying run was at third base for the OC Riptide. Rogers shut the door. Here's now Jack Holman. Holman batting from the left side, and the Stars looking to strike first here in the opening inning. First pitch, and Jack will see it away, ball 1.
And what made it so special yesterday for Will is he limited damage. That's the one thing you can ask for from relievers. Comes into a bases-loaded situation with 1 out, gets a fly out, gets out of the jam, and keeps that Forester momentum.
The 1-0 pitch, and Holman swinging and miss, even the count at 1.
And although only Freeman and Rogers were credited with the hit by pitch, Jonas Sebring also got plunked. So that's 3 straight batters where Soleo's command has kind of gotten away from him.
To follow Holman will be TJ Pompey. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Holman will take strike 2. Holman, .353 average on the year. Team leading, slugging over 500 for the soon-to-be UC Santa Barbara Gaucho. 2 aboard, 1 gone. There's the 1-2 pitch. Holman sees it down. Good slide from Grant Madrid Murray. Keep the runners at bay. Count 2-2.
Speaking on that slugging percentage, yesterday, 2 doubles, 3 RBI. Feels like every day we both do those post-game interviews. Jack could be interviewed every day if we wanted to, just because of how productive, comes to the yard to work, always batting third or fourth. He's amazing.
Has a chance to do some damage right here. 2-2 pitch. Holman sees it down. Full count. TJ Pompey will be next. And Tyler Soleo, it is his 5th appearance, but his first start. 1 away in the inning. 3-2 the count to Jack Holman. Here's the pitch. And Holman drills it into the gap in left center field. Looking to score will be Jackson Freeman. Rogers will be at third base, held up in the play down at second, safe. And Holman into second base, and the Stars score their first run, 1-0 here in the opening inning.
Another double for Jack Holman, and what's so impressive about that swing, power to the opposite field, able to backspin a baseball out of the reach of the center fielder and Pitts. Another great start for the Stars. You can't ask for much more.
So here is TJ Pompey. Holman driving in the first run, 1-0 now our score. Pair of runners in scoring position. Looking to tack on some more runs. TJ on the first pitch will take a strike, 0-1.
And Daniel Patterson in a post-game interview a couple days ago talked about how this is the turning point of the season where all the gears get rolling. And I feel like TJ Pompey is a prime proponent of that. The at-bats were so much better yesterday. He's getting locked in.
The 0-1 down the third baseline, foul. Sharply hit, but that is strike 2 to TJ. And at third base today, a different third base coach. Coach Steve Shuck, not here today, so it's the bench coach, Coach Aggs, commanding things down that third baseline for the Santa Barbara Foresters. TJ needs to protect the plate. 0-2 pitch, and Pompey sees it away. 1-2.
And you see the corners shading in almost to the grass. If the ball's hit hard, they may look home, but the middle infielder's still playing all the way back.
1 run in for the Stars, looking for more in this opening inning. 1-2 pitch to TJ. Pompey sees it high, check back to third base. Safely in is Will Rogers. It's 2-2 now for TJ.
All you can ask for TJ Pompey here is put a ball in play.
Tyler Soleo hit 2 batters, gave up the RBI double to Jack Holman. Only 1 out. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and TJ pops it up, and it will go out of play. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes for Pompey.
Great at-bat here from TJ, working hard. And if you were to pick a spot where you'd like him to hit it up, the middle would be the best. Just with that infield playing back would be an easy score for Will Rogers.
The 6th pitch coming up from Soleo to Pompey right here. It's 2-2. And Pompey will foul tip it back into the glove of Madrid Murray, and he will strike out 2 down in the first. Big second out for Tyler Soleo. This is going to bring up Nick Oakley.
Very frustrating at bat for TJ Pompey. A good battle with 2 strikes and ended up going down swinging. But these at-bats, the one coming up for Nick Oakley, really do define a team. Can you pick up the guy in front of you when he's struggling? Can you come up with a big 2-out hit to, start this game with 2 runs of your own? It'd be huge.
First pitch now to Nick, and Oakley swinging away, strike number 1. Oakley now wearing number 6. He's been wearing number 2. First couple games with Santa Barbara, and Oakley now playing in his 5th game yesterday. Played very well for the Sturs against the Riptide. 2 RBI singles in that ball game. Looking for another one right here. The 0-1 pitch, and Nick will take strike 2 quickly down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman.
Here's some groans from the home faithful, not liking that one to Nick Oakley. Shorter frame, but a very professional hitter. To all fields, always has an approach in the box. You see that with a lot of these Sturs hitters.
The 0-2, and this one's on the ground, and that ball is up the middle for a base hit. Will Rogers will score, scooped up in center field by Pitts. No throw home. 2 RBI single from Nick Oakley. Sturs now lead 3-0 in the first.
Now batting, number 4.
There you have it. Nick Oakley doing exactly what we talked about. Picking up TJ Pompey with a ground ball right up the middle. Just got under the glove of Salejo. Fortunate for the Forsters. And now a crooked number up there, 3-0.
So Nick Oakley, 2 RBI yesterday, picks up 2 right here in the first. And here is Drew Markle batting from the right side. Sturs now lead 3-0. First pitch to Drew will be in there for strike number 1. And Oakley, the clutch 2-out knock here in this opening inning. And I feel like throughout this season, it's been a familiar trend to see a lot of 2-out hits for the Sturs, being able to push in runs. We even saw that yesterday in the 5th inning. The Sturs were able to put up 5. Runner goes. Markle sees a ball away. Oakley trying to slide in. He is out. Oakley had the 2 RBI single, but thrown out at second for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Sturs strike first here in the opening inning, now lead 3-0 going to the second.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Back here in Santa Barbara, the home team now leads 3-0 going to the second. Brendan Wynn, Jose Mariano, Robert Pitts coming on up for the Ventura Pirates. Frank Camarillo, who only had to throw 14 pitches in the first, back out for the second inning.
Now back out with some run support. We talked about a great first inning for the Forsters, catapulted by that Jack Coleman double, and then with 2 outs, Nick Oakley, a 2 RBI single. What's so amazing about this Forster offense, they showcase their depth every single day. It's those guys in 6, 7, 8 spots that come through all the time.
First pitch fouled back by Brandon Wynn. Plays for Glendale CC, strike 1. When we look at yesterday's game, Nick Oakley, of course, we mentioned it when he was at bat. 2 runs batted in with 2 singles. Patterson in the 7th spot, 2 hits. Johnny Rodriguez at the 9th spot had a base hit and a run scored as well. Second pitch, the 0-1, and quickly down the count is Brandon Wynn, 0-2. Jose Mariano will await on deck, and Wynn needing to protect the plate. Camarillo winds up the 0-2 pitch, and Wynn sees it down, 1-2.
For Wynn, batting cleanup for a reason, a .324 average in 34 plate appearances. Leading the team in that department, seeing a ton of action every single day.
1-2 offering as Wynn sees that backdoor slider missing away, 2-2.
And Camarillo's going to be a little frustrated because he flipped that over for the first strikeout of the game, got the call. That one just a hair off the plate. He might try to go back out there.
Here's the 2-2, and Wynn will take strike 3. The heater this time from Frank, and he has K'd 3 so far, 1 away in the second.
Frank Camarillo looks amazing. That was a heater at the knees, a setup pitch. The slider away, comes back inside, and Wynn can't even get the bat off his shoulders. 3 punch-outs already for Frank Camarillo.
Here's Jose Mariano, 1 away, bases clear, and the first pitch foul back, strike 1.
And you see that UCSB connection scattered around the infield, especially with Nick Oakley now on the team, and you have Jack Holman going there next year and Jonas Sebring. There's that DNA that really sticks together.
Quickly down the count, 0-2 is Jose Mariano. He alluded to it yesterday as well, not only UCSB, but we saw Bollinger and Patterson, 2 Westmont College guys, in the lineup yesterday. A lot of connections to Santa Barbara. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Mariano will strike out on 3 pitches. Consecutive Ks for Frank Camarillo. 2 down in the second.
Frank Camarillo right now has everything working, and these Ventura Pirate hitters are lifeless. Whether it's the fastball, the slider, the high curveball he just went with for another punch out. 4 Ks, 5 batters faced. Unstoppable.
Now here's Robert Pitts. Pitts out of the 6th spot. He's done pretty darn good so far this season. 324 average. Stands in with 2 gone. And swinging on the first pitch, 0-1.
Great job getting over the plate to start the count. Another first pitch strike. Frank Camarillo continues to fill it up.
Struck out the first 2 in this inning. The 0-1 Pitts quickly down, 0-2, and Camarillo full control here in the second frame.
There's so much confidence too when a lot of these strikeouts have come via looking, not even getting the bat off.
Here's the 0-2 pitch, strikeout Robert Pitts, and Frank Camarillo strikes out the side in the second. 5 Ks for Frank Camarillo. He is rolling. Going to the bottom of the inning. Stirs leads 3-0.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Last of the second, Drew Marco, Augie Lopez, D. Kennedy coming on up to face Tyler Soleo for the first time today. First pitch to Drew, swinging into left field. That ball will fall for a leadoff single. The Marco only has to see 1 pitch, and he is aboard with a leadoff knock.
And before we can even speak, I was just about to talk how Drew Markle's starting to see the ball a whole lot better. He hammers a single into left field. The bottom of the order hunter continues to produce, starting off the second very well.
Now here is Augie Lopez. Lopez, his first CCL start of the season. He has had 1 plate appearance when he came in to pinch hit ended up getting hit and brought in a run in the game against Menlo Park. In with the bases loaded to hit for Will Rogers 2 days ago. Bats from the left side, and the first pitch is a strike from Soleo, 0-1.
One of the younger guys on this team. We talked about his commitment to play at USC. So staying in California, it'll be really exciting to watch his growth, especially as a left-handed hit-in catcher.
There goes Markle. This one's into center field for Lopez. Back there is Robert Pitts, and Lopez leaves the yard. Augie Lopez in his first start. A 2-run shot. Sturs now lead 5-0 in the second.
And a home run to the deepest part of the yard. Not a lot of help out there with the win. Dead center. Augie Lopez showing off the power. 5-0 Sturs. That's big time, Hunter. What a swing.
Now batting, number 1, third baseman, D. Kennedy.
Bases now clear, and Augie Lopez has made it a 5-0 game here in the second. So here's D. Kennedy, batting out of the 9 spot. No outs in this inning. First pitch from Soleo to Kennedy. It's a strike, 0-1. Well, Lopez making his statement early here. Mark got the leadoff single, and they cash in. A nice lead now in the second. The 0-1, swing and a miss, now 0-2 for Kennedy.
D. Kennedy just getting back into the Forester uniform. Rough start to the season, took a break, ended up committing to Kansas State. Now he's back, looking to get back on track.
High fastball, 1-2. He's able to reach, well, even if he is able to reach or not, Jonas Sebring, Jackson Freeman, the next 2 scheduled. The 1-2 pitch to D, and Kennedy will strike out. Soleo has his 3rd K, now 1 away in the second.
Now batting, number 37.
Good slider there from Soleo. Jonah, his first time through with that punch out on a changeup that ultimately hit him. A little bit of extra motivation, I would guess, after that rough at-bat to start the game.
And Soleo hit Sebring, as you just said, but then hit Freeman and Rogers, even though Sebring did have a swing and struck out. First pitch missing down and away. Ball 1, and Soleo entered today only with 8 2/3 pitched. All of those coming in 4 appearances in relief. The 1-0 offering to Jonah, and Sebring swinging a miss, 1-1.
Got a heavy dose of off-speed pitches over the last couple of weeks. He had that very hot stretch batting, 370. Cooled off just a bit, but looking to kind of get back on.
1-1 flared up into right field. Pitts will move in and make the catch, and Sebring retired for the second out. And Pitts, the right fielder out there. Good jump, 2 down.
Jonah just got jammed with that fastball in on the hands. He's found less barrels over the past couple of weeks, but those lengthy at-bats are still here, and Freeman looking to do a job.
So now with 2 gone, here's Jackson Freeman. First pitch will miss down for ball 1. Freeman was hit. Was the first of 3 runs to come around to score in the opening inning. Sturs, thanks to Augie Lopez, 2-run homer here, now lead 5-0. Second pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1 the count for Freeman.
For Freeman, you talked about that hit by pitch in the first inning. It's been one of those guys like Jack Bollinger getting in there every other day. Look to produce.
The 1-1. This one's in the right. It's pretty well hit for Jackson Freeman. And Freeman, another home run this inning. The solo shot from Jackson. Sturs now leads 6-0 in the second.
A no-doubter, Jackson Freeman. A hanging changeup in the middle of the zone, and it is hammered. He knew it, too. Couple of steps, a bat drop, and watched it fly. 6-0 Sturs.
Well, 2 home runs in this inning for Santa Barbara, and these home runs are brought to us by Santa Barbara Airport for sponsoring those Santa Barbara Foresters home runs. You can always get home with Santa Barbara Airport. So Sturs, 3 in the first, 3 in the second for Will Rogers.
And this Forester team, despite all the power that they possess, haven't hit a ton of long balls to start this season. Today, we've already seen 2.
First pitch to Will, And Rogers in the gap in left center field. That ball will fall in shallow left center field. And Rogers picks up first knock of the day. Second time he will reach base. The line will keep on moving.
They are barreling everything. And Saleo has struggled, to say the least. Only in the second inning, I assume the Ventura Pirates want him to give them length so they don't use too much of their bullpen. Nobody down there stretching just yet, but it'll be interesting to see how long he goes.
So here's Holman, already has a double today. First pitch popped up, shallow center. In comes the second baseman, Ryder Gordon, and it'll be Gordon to make the squeeze to retire the side. Sturs put up 3 more in the second. A pair of home runs from Jackson Freeman and Augie Lopez. Sturs leads 6-0.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties. And as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the top of the third inning from Santa Barbara High School, Frank Camarillo has been rolling on the hill. He has 5 Ks in the first 2 innings. He's only had to face 6 batters, and the leadoff man will be Ryder Gordon. Bob the order coming up. Gordon, Hawkes, and Madrid Murray. Sturs leads 6-0. First pitch, like most of them, are in there for a strike, 0-1.
We talked about the run support going into the second inning. Now 6-0 Sturs. Can't get much better if you're Frank Camarillo. No excuse not to fill it up.
There's the 0-1, and quickly had 0-2 against Ryder Gordon. Hawkes will be next.
I look back to yesterday, Hunter. The Foresters using a lot more arms than normal in that prototypical bullpen game. If Frank Camarillo could give them length, valuable.
This one is chopped over to Drew Markle at short, fielded well, and the throw to Holman in time, and Gordon is retired for 6-3, 1 away in the third. When we look at the bullpen here today for Ryan Kramer, he'd like to get Ramos, Went, maybe even Zarodnik and Holland into the ball game. Frank Camarillo is able to go 5 and then maybe go an inning for each of those 4 guys to close out this game to get some guys some innings. But here's Evan Hawkes. Hawkes rolls this one down the first baseline. Holman ranges over to his left and will do it himself at first. 1 pitch, and Hawkes will ground up to the first baseman. 2 quick outs.
Really nice play there from Jack Holman. That ball was cued. He was shifted off the line just a bit, had to range to his left, but made it look easy. We've talked about his glove. He's known for the bat on this team, but any day he gets a start at first base, we're very impressed.
There's Grant Madrid Murray. 2 quick outs by Frank Camarillo. And Madrid Murray batting at the 9 spot for the first knock of the summer for the catcher. Stands in with 2 out. And the first pitch is in there, 0-1.
And for Frank, one of the nicest guys off the field that you'll meet, very personable, but his demeanor on the mound, all business.
And this one is peppered over the first base dugout and slicing into the road to our right. That's strike 2. And again, Frank Camarillo quickly ahead. 0-2 against the Ventura Pirates.
The Forsters have done similar things to the Pirates all season long, but you can't underestimate them. They've had that ability to claw back.
The 0-2 pitch just tapped foul by Madrid Murray. 0-2. It remains. Well, the Sturs took the first 3 meetings over the Ventura Pirates. The first one is actually the home opener on the 9th, faced them on the 21st, then the 28th, all those coming back in June. 0-2 out. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and Madrid Murray sees a fastball high, ball and 2 strikes.
That's that prototypical 2-strike fastball high to change the eye level. Now you open up that curveball down, maybe get a chase in the dirt.
The 1-2 pitch. Madrid Murray will strike out. Frank Camarillo through 3 innings has K'd 6. As we head to the bottom half of the inning, Sturs lead 6-0 over Ventura. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
5, 6, and 7 coming on up for the Sturs. First pitch to TJ Pompey from Soleo. Will miss away to the right-handed bat. 1 and 0 for TJ, who K'd in his first appearance against Tyler Soleo. Sturs now lead 6-0 over Ventura. Second pitch, and it will miss away. Ball 2. 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second. Full command of this one. Want to keep it rolling.
Absolutely. And I know you talked to TJ yesterday. Was there anything that he spoke about in particular about his approach?
I've just been saying he's been seeing things better. Good approaches at the plate. He sees this one in for ball 3. It was just nice talking to him as well. We haven't been able to talk to him throughout this season, and more of a quiet guy on the bus, and it was just nice to talk with him.
And 3-0 here with how he is seeing the ball, I would guess he gets a green light if he loves it.
Here's the pitch, and that one's down the middle. 3-1.
But TJ's been a guy that defensively had some lulls, even though we know that glove's so good. So it's awesome to see him playing well again.
3-1 pitch, skied in right center field. Ethan Kearney, the right fielder, will move on over and makes the squeeze. TJ Pompey, fly out into right, 1 away in the third.
Just got under that one. A hanging slider over the middle of the plate. Got jammed just a tad. And up will step Nick Oakley, who yesterday was amazing. He was our player of the game on the videography side, and today starting off just as strong with that 2 RBI single.
Stands in with one away, bases clear. First pitch now to Nick, and Oakley will take strike, 0-1. And also Robert Pitts is in center, and Ethan Kearney is out in right field. Brandon Wynn in left today for the Ventura Pirates. There's the 0-1 to Oakley. Oakley swing and a miss, strike 2.
And we know how long the MLB draft is, more rounds than any other sport. Nick Oakley's a guy, a vet, a great bat that could hear his name called in these next couple days. So these moments mean a lot.
The 0-2 missing high. Ball 1 will be very interesting to see. A couple guys eligible for the draft. Will Rogers, his name is in that basket as well. Be very cool to see some of these guys get picked up. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Oakley sees it away, 2-2.
And they're life-changing moments, Hunter. I mean, you can't overstate it enough how your name being called on one random night of the week changes your life forever. It's amazing stuff.
Here's the 2-2. As Oakley sees a ball away. Full count. Drew Markle will be next. Bases clear, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third. Santa Barbara, 3 runs in the first, 3 in the second. See if Oakley can reach base for the second time today. Tyler Soleo, the 3-2 pitch. And Oakley sends it down the left field line, and it goes foul. We'll do it again.
Good poke and just a bit foul. Full count. Nick Oakley, similar to Nolan Souza, discipline in the box. We're looking forward to getting Souza back here soon at some point, but very seasoned hitter.
3-2, and Oakley will stay alive. Sprays it well over the stands to the left of the dish. Remains 3 balls, 2 strikes.
See Markle on deck. If Oakley were to reach, that's a dangerous hitter right now. Could inflict a lot of damage.
Payoff pitch again to Nick. And Oakley down the third base line and left field line. Out of play again. Good battle here between these two.
A great fight, and the frustration is growing for Soleo on the mound. Not being able to find a put-away pitch. The longer you go in the at-bat, the more likely you get a mistake.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Oakley sees ball 4 away. So 1-out walk for Nick Oakley. He's aboard for the second time today. Sturs have a 1-out base runner at first.
That's a heck of an at-bat from Nick Oakley. Only 1 out in the inning. And once again, we look at 6, 7, and 8 today in the lineup, and Markle's coming up right now out of the 7th spot. Oakley, he's 1 for 1 with a walk. Markle, 1 for 1. Lopez, 1 for 1 with the homer. The production cannot be understated from these guys that you generally wouldn't expect to produce.
First pitch now to Drew, and Markle will take a strike. 0-1. And Markle on the first pitch from Tyler Soleo. Placed in the outfield for a base hit. Oakley is at first. He's 1 for 3 on the bases so far this season. The 0-1 pitch, and Markle swinging a miss, 0-2.
Filthy changeup from Soleo. Pulled the string on Drew Markle. Now has to get on that back foot, keep his weight back, protect with 2 strikes, and put a ball in play.
Wind's blowing out towards left center field. They oscillate in the outfield. But here's the 0-2 pitch now to Drew Markle, and Markle just taps it on the half-hard swing, stays alive, 0-2.
And for Drew, a lot of his damage comes to the pull side, the definition of a pull hitter. So with 2 strikes, it's interesting to see, even when choked up, where does that ball end up going?
Check back to Nick at first. And the Sturs, 1 attempted stolen bag today. That puts him at 99 attempted stolen bases on the year. Oakley was actually thrown out at second earlier today. The 0-2, missing high, ball 1.
Really gutsy take there from Drew Markle. Little paralysis fastball in the outside corner to freeze him. But Markle, great take.
Ball and 2 strikes for Drew. Man at first, 1 gone. Here's the pitch. Markle will strike out. 4th K of the day for Tyler Soleo. Mark will retire for the first time today for the second out in the third.
Went right back to that changeup that he pulled the string on him earlier in the count and executed it once again to perfection. Stepping up now is Lopez, the young kid who went deep, and what a swing that was, Hunter. Dead center, that's 380 out there. And now a little wind helping, but at that time, not a ton at all. Tons of power in that bat.
Stands in with 2 outs, and the first pitch skied down the right field line. Oh boy, that one well foul, but strike one. Lopez not shying away.
And once you hit one, especially to that deep of the field, you start to anticipate, well, this guy's got pop in his bat. You see him yank that one foul, but the launch angle was there. And with 2 outs here, I'd love to see a steal from Nick Oakley to set up Lopez in an RBI op.
Here's the 0-1. Lopez sprays it the other way this time. That goes down the left field line. Out of play. Strike 2. D. Kennedy will be next for the Sturs, but Lopez, another man that the Sturs have picked up behind the dish. We see Andrew Simo got the start yesterday. Ryan Tame and also Will Rogers serve as the catcher, but great to have another backstop in rotation and in play for Bill Pintard. The 0-2 pitch, runner goes, and it's in and out of the glove of Madrid Murray, and as a result, Nick Oakley stolen bag, and he is now in scoring position.
And that right there is situational baseball from manager Pintard, just like I talked about. Stealing with 2 strikes in that situation works perfectly. You know how hot of a bat Lopez is swinging. Now, a base hit brings home that 7th run.
Oakley brought in a pair in the first with a 2 RBI single, now looks to score. The 1-2 pitch, and Lopez sees it in. Good take, 2-2.
Really gutsy take. And 1 through 9, even the guys coming off the bench, all these Forster hitters, they know the strike zone so well. You rarely see them expand. Credit to manager Pintard, but also just their personal knowledge of the game. Baseball IQ very high.
2-2 pitch, and swing and a miss. Augie Lopez, another big rip. Comes up empty this time. Nick Oakley had the stolen bag, stranded at second base, and the side retired. We go to the 4th. Sturs lead 6-0 over Ventura.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
And the 4th inning from Santa Barbara. Top of the order coming on up for the Ventura Pirates. Frank Camarillo through 3 has only had to face 9. He did give up A base hit to Gabe Juarez out of the 3 spot. Tried to stretch it for a double. Was thrown out at second. The only man to reach base so far with that base hit. But Frank is K'd 6 through the first 3. And here is Ethan Kearney to lead things off in the 4th. And just like everyone else, takes a first pitch strike, 0-1.
9 up, 9 down for Frank Camarillo. Yeah, looking back to that play that TJ Poppy made in left, that's really kept Camarillo on a good side.
And quickly ahead, 0-2 against Kearney. Struck out looking in the first inning. Ventura Pirates enter today 5-9 CCL play. Trail by 6 here. The 0-2, and this one is peppered over third base dugout. Remains 0-2. But the Pirates, they are playing with some confidence coming off a win. The last game played on Friday up at SLO. They beat the SLO Blues 8-6. Even though they had 5 errors, still prevailed by 2 runs in that ball game. The 0-2 pitch, and Kearney reaches for it over to second base. Oakley has to slide over. Tough play, but he makes it look easy. Nick Oakley, so good at second. 1 away.
What a play. Nick Oakley making it look easy is right. Phenomenal. Ranging to his right, throwing off balance, off one leg in the air. Got him, no problem. And that defense behind Frank Camarillo is outstanding as always.
So now 1 out. Here's Ethan Gonzalez, also a strikeout victim in the first. Frank Camarillo enters today 1.5 ERA. Looking fantastic here today. First pitch in there for strike 1. Nothing new for Frank.
Just in awe of all of his pitches working to perfection. It is an art form to see a pitcher go to work when he has this much confidence. I'm enjoying a front row seat.
This one's down the third baseline. That is strike 2. One for Santa Barbara, leading by 6 here, top of 4. Final game of the homestand. Final game before the All-Star break, and we hear that All-Star roster will be released tomorrow morning by the league. Here's the 0-2 check swing, ball 1.
That's a lot of extra motivation for these guys, too. How can we make one last impact on the CCO before the All-Star break to get a chance to go play in Compton for that big game on Bally Sports, which is awesome.
1-2. This one's chopped over the head of the third baseman and past Drew Markle into left field. So Ethan Gonzalez chops that one into left, and it's the second knock of the day for Ventura. Gonzalez aboard for the first time.
Ball was not hit hard at all, but a high enough chopper to get over the outstretched arm of D. Kennedy, and once it was in the hole, Drew Markle had none chance. Only the second hit for the Pirates so far.
Here's Gabe Juarez. Drilled one into left, not get very high off the barrel. And it ended up hitting smack dead in the middle of the left field fence. Was ended up being thrown out at second. First pitch into right field. Jackson Freeman moves in, fields off one hop. So consecutive knocks now, and the play at second in safely is Gonzalez. So Gabe Juarez picks up his second knock of the day, this time going the other way, and that puts 2 aboard for Ventura.
That was a great deke attempt by Jackson Freeman, acting like he was going to catch the ball when he knew it was just going to fall right in for a bloop single. Runner at first, though, Gonzalez did not fall for it. Now Camarillo. First time this game out of the stretch, he has really had some pressure.
Did retire the first man, but Gonzalez and Juarez batting second and third in the order pick up hits. Batter will be Brandon Wins. Now Augie Lopez out to get on the same page with Frank Camarillo. It'll be interesting to see as well that all-star roster who's going to make it for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Likely a number of them coming from the Stars this year.
And you just know with the Foresters being at the top of the CCL South, they want to get these guys to the game. The best players in the league. Thinking a guy like Cody Howard will go there just because of his innings and how efficient he has been with that low ERA. Offensively, a guy like Jack Holman will be there, Will Rogers. So very excited to see that list come out.
This one's lifted into center. Sebring just slides over, makes the play, and holds the runners. So Brandon Wynn fly out to center. 2 gone now in the inning. This is going to bring up Jose Mariano.
And not the best location for Frank Camarillo. Kind of a hanging slider over the middle. But not a good barrel from Wynn. Fortunate for the Foresters.
So for Mariano, strikeout victim in the second. His second look at Frank. Camarillo looks back to second. You have 2 consecutive knocks to Gonzalez and Juarez. First pitch to Mariano. That's in the dirt. Good keep by Lopez, but a play down to third base. In safely is Gonzalez, opportunistic on the bases. Not get past Lopez very far, but advancing to third is Ethan Gonzalez.
And that's just amazing base running from Ethan Gonzalez. You're taught as a kid, once you see that ball just going into the dirt, before it even reaches home plate, you're getting that big secondary lead ready to break. He did exactly that, and Lopez, even with a nice block, had no chance.
So Mariano as a runner at third, trying to plate the first run of the day for the Pirates, trailing by 6. 1-0 pitch, reaching for it, swing and a miss, 1-1.
And down 1-0 in a fastball count, executes a slider on the outside corner. The definition of how all 4 pitches for him are working.
Runners on the corners, 2 gone. 1-1 pitch, and that one will get past Lopez, but bounces right back to him. Maybe a play down to third base, and they got him in a rundown. And they're able to apply a tag to Gonzalez, who is at third base. A big old kick off the backstop. Lopez just had to field it like a batted ball, and then the rundown between home and third, and Gonzalez picked off. Great stuff from the catcher and D. Kennedy. Pair stranded for Ventura. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Sturr still leads 6-0 over the Pirates.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
D. Kennedy will lead things off for the Sturrs. Bottom of 4, and Santa Barbara leads 6-0. First pitch to D. Kennedy will be in there off the throw from Tyler Soleo. Man, the right-hander from George Fox University remains in the ball game in his first start. Give up 3 runs in the first and 3 in the second. The 0-1 to Kennedy, and it's away for ball 1. Evens the count 1-1 for D.
Talked about that strikeout in the first for D. Kennedy. He'll be looking to bounce back with the ball hit hard somewhere.
Jonas Sebring, Jackson Freeman will follow in this inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and check swing, but takes a strike, 1-2. Kennedy now having to protect, struck out swinging against Soleo in the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's away. 2-2 now for D. Kennedy. Jonas Sebring will be next, top of the order. And the Sturrs entering today still atop the CCL South, a half game ahead of Conejo. And we talked about it earlier. Holding strong, just a half game back of the Sturrs in the standings. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the leadoff man, and Kennedy will strike out for the second time today. Soleo has his 6K. One away now in the 4th. Back to the top of the order for Santa Barbara. Sebring has Cade, and the line out into right so far today. Stands in, 1 out, base is clear.
Unfortunate for D. Kennedy to punch out once again. Jonah last time through with that fly out to right field. Got a little jammed. And we know, Hunter, the Forsters, they strike in bunches. Last inning, not a ton of offense, looking to get back on track.
Talking about bunches, 5 runs yesterday in the 5th for the Stirs, and we've seen it all year long. The game before that, 7 in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch now to Sebring. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. And that 7th spot in the 8th inning was against Menlo Park when the Stirs worked a whopping 8 straight walks in the 8th inning. Then the 9th batter that stood in ended up getting hit. Here's the 1-1 pitch now to Jonah. It's away. 2 balls and a strike.
Love seeing Jonah getting back into a hitter's count. Now 2-1, can really sit on a pitch he likes. We know hammers those fastballs. Pitchers have been working him backwards with the off-speed.
2-1 offering, and Jonah will chop it towards the third base on deck circle. Evens the count at 2.
I would love to see Jonah make that trip to Compton for the All-Star game. The offense is amazing, but we know how great that glove is. The jumps in center field, he's in there every day. One of the more valuable guys on this team.
Absolutely, with the 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, behind home plate, maybe a chance here for Madrid Murray. And Madrid Murray is able to make the squeeze just out of frame to the right of the dish. And he was right up against the backstop, makes the squeeze. Sebring retired, 2 down.
Nice play staying with that. Very difficult from the catcher, Madrid Murray, but made it look relatively easy.
So here's Jackson Freeman. Stands in, 2 gone, bases clear. He's been hit today in the solo shot in the 2nd. He made it a 6-0 game with that solo home run. Now 2 gone. First pitch from Saleo. And Freeman will see it away. That's ball 1. When he was hit in that opening inning, he came around to score as well. Crossed the plate twice today and drove in a run as well. So responsible for half the runs on the scoreboard. The 1-0 pitch, and this one misses in, ball 2.
And that home run from Jackson Freeman was the definition of a no-doubter. We saw the right fielder give it a look and then just track back a couple steps. Huge swing for Jackson and look to replicate.
2-0 pitch, and this one's lifted center field, shallow center field. Pitts moves back, and that ball will fall behind the shortstop and in front of Robert Pitts. So a very high single for Jackson Freeman, and he's aboard for the 3rd time today, his 2nd knock. Great stuff from Jackson today, and he will continue this inning with that 2-out knock. He's going to bring up the DH today, Will Rogers. So Rogers, he's been hit, came around to score, and also a base hit. Production 1 through 9 from everyone today. So he stands in, man at first. Check back to Freeman. No tag from Jose Mariano. Still waiting the first pitch to Will. And Rogers talked about his pitching yesterday a lot, but enters today hitting .300, slugging .440. So he's been able to do some damage, absolutely, especially at the dish, in clutch situations. Another check back to at first. It was a good pickoff move, but in safely. Freeman still waiting the first one to Will. And the wind's cutting currently pull to pull, left to right here at Santa Barbara High School. If Rogers is able to reach, Jack Holman awaits in the wings. First pitch now, and Rogers will take strike, 0-1. And with the All-Star break tomorrow for Santa Barbara, having Monday and Tuesday off, and depending if your name is on that list for the showcase game on Wednesday, the Stirs definitely welcoming a few days off tomorrow. Next couple days, another check back to first. Good pickoff move. Freeman in safely. Still 0-1 for Will. But when you look at what Santa Barbara has done the last 3 weeks, they're playing their 18th game in 21 days today. 3 straight weeks with 6 straight games every week with just Mondays off. The 0-1, this one is roasted into center. Robert Pitts will slide on over, however, and make the squeeze, and Will Rogers retired for the final out in the 4th. We head to the 5th. Stirs still lead by 6.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We have our first pitching change of the day, and will come for Santa Barbara. Frank Camarillo, his day complete. Enter Diego Ramos. Frank, starting pitcher today for the Sturs, went 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, and 6 Ks for Camarillo. Now enter Diego Ramos. He's going to face Mariano, Pitts, and Gordon for the Pirates, and the Sturs lead 6-0.
Not a ton of length from Frank Camarillo, but man, was he effective. 6 strikeouts. Looks like 7, actually. Phenomenal stuff.
And for Camarillo, only had to toss 47 pitches through 4. Very good from Frank. And the first pitch missing for ball 1 to Mariano, and he will take strike 1. Evens up the count.
Diego Ramos has that power sinker that he can throw for strikes in any count. Great off-speed pitch. Excited to watch him pitch today.
The 1-1, inducing a swing. Strike 2. And we were able to talk with Diego before the start of the ball game, so it was very nice talking with him and how he got in the ball game, the impacts of his brother on him, and also his father. Big baseball family, so if you didn't hear that, you could definitely go back to the start of the ball game after it's concluded and hear what Diego had to say. 1-2 pitch just off the end of the bat, where Mariano remains 1-2. And Ramos, the first man out of the bullpen. Brian Kramer has a lot of arms up that he wants to give an inning to, so likely this might be the only inning for Ramos. Might go 2, but Shea Went, Zarodnik, and Holland would likely also pitch today. Here's the 1-2, and this one's chopped up the middle, and here comes Drew Markle, and no play for the shortstop. That is a leadoff single for the first baseman. He reaches for the first time today.
Unfortunate start for Diego Ramos to his outing, but ball was not hit hard, and he induced that weak contact that in a lot of situations results in ground balls.
So here's Robert Pitts. Strikeout victim in the second against Camarillo. Now leadoff man aboard for the Pirates. For the chopper right up the gut from Mariano. Decent lead at first. First pitch to Pitts. And this one is over too short. Drew Markle fields it, one at second base. Will it be two? No. Good back end speed from Robert Pitts. He will reach on a fielder's choice, but the Stars do get the first out at second on the force out. One away now in the inning.
A lot of speed from Pitts on the back end like you talked about. But the most important out is that lead runner. Good job by Markle to corral that.
So here's Ryder Gordon. Stands in the exact same situation as Pitts, except one more out, but a man at first. So Gordon ground out to short, first time up. First pitch, and it's in there from Ramos, 0-1.
It's a great job filling it up to start the inning. And that's what that sinker does. We saw the ground ball to Drew Markle, but Ramos can turn around the next pitch and get a similar ground ball that would result in an inning-ending double play.
The 0-1 pitch, and Gordon, big rip, but strike two.
Another great location from Diego Ramos on the sinker.
0-2 the count for the second baseman Gordon, batting on the 7th spot today. Two men have reached base. Pitts grounded into the fielder's choice with one out now. The 0-2 pitch, and Gordon will strike out. Ramos picks up his first K, 2 down in the 5th.
3 pitches and the exact same, Hunter. Sinker, 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 all the same result. An amazing start for Diego.
So here's Evan Jaquez at the 8th spot. Ground out to the first baseman, Jack Holman, back in the 3rd. Runner goes. This one is up the middle, and here is Nick Oakley. Fields in the throw to first. Good read from Nick Oakley after that sharply hit ground ball. Jaquez will ground out 4-3, and Nick Oakley so solid at second. Side retired. Bob in the inning we go. Stars lead by 6.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Tyler Soleo remains in the ballgame, going to the home half of the 5th inning. Jack Holman, TJ Pompey, Nick Oakley will be coming on up for the Santa Barbara Foresters. They put up 3 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, and remains a 6-0 ball game.
And the pitching has steadied the ship. I feel like we just watched the same game every time out, Hunter. The Foresters know how to win, but they do it in the same fashion.
Yes.
It's striking 3+ runs in a couple of innings, and then the pitching just carries the rest of the way.
First pitch now to Jack, and Holman rolls this one over to the second baseman. Takes a couple funny hops in. Ryder Gordon took that one bouncing up high, and as a result, Holman will reach base. Saw that baseball bumping its way around in the infield. It'll go down as an E4, but Holman aboard, the leadoff man.
Yeah, a funky hop to say the least, but a play that needs to be made. If you're a second baseman in that situation, knock it down. Jack Holman, not the fastest runner on the back end. If you just corral that baseball, likely an out. Looks like the coach might be going out there. Could be an injury. It caught him in a certain place that hurt. Not exactly sure, but an error nonetheless.
So Gordon will be okay after getting checked out by his coach. Leadoff man aboard for the Stirs. It's going to be TJ Pompey, 0 for 2 today. Struck out and a fly out to right against Tyler Saleo. Again, Saleo in his first start, struggling in those first 2 innings, giving up those 6 runs between the 2 innings. Settled in since. Just a couple scattered hits, few walks. Now leadoff man aboard, and TJ sees the first pitch of this AB. And this one in the rail, stay in the yard, it looks like, but tracking back is Kearney, and this ball's over the fence. TJ Pompey riding it all the way into right field, and the 3rd home run of the day for the Stirs. They now lead 8-0 here in the 5th.
I cannot believe what I just watched, Hunter. An opposite field home run at this ballpark. We haven't seen that all season long. TJ is all smiles, backspinning it to right field on a hanging curveball. 8-0 Foresters it is. What a swing. Not only is he seeing it better, but that just shows. So dialed in.
TJ Pompey, the 3rd home run of the day for the Stirs, his 2nd home run of the year. And that ball just continued to sail out in right. And Holman reached on the air. He will come around to score the 7th, and Pompey plates the 8th run of the day. And now will there be a pitching change for the Ventura Pirates. Tyler Saleo, his day complete. He will step away. New arm on the hill. Stirs now lead 8-0 in the 5th. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com. So the new arm in for the Ventura Pirates will be Braden Lowe. Will take over the right-hander, or the right-handed starter, Tyler Saleo. He's going to face Nick Oakley. No outs in the 5th after the 2-run homer by TJ Pompey. First pitch now to Oakley, and will miss away. Ball 1. Stirs now lead 8-0. 3rd home run of the day.
Still just in awe over that TJ Pompey swing. And correct me if I'm wrong, Hunter, I think that's the most home runs in a single game for the Foresters this year.
I believe so, yes. They entered today only with 11. Now tack 3 more onto that total. Freeman had one in the 2nd, a solo shot. Before that, Augie Lopez, dead center, 2-run homer. 2-0 pitch now to Oakley. Check swing, misses in. Peel down 3rd base umpire for a swing, no. Ball 3.
With the new arm, completely different look from Saleo. Got that side arm release. If he's able to locate, very difficult to hit.
3-0 pitch, and Oakley will see ball 4. So Braden Lowe, the first man he faces, he walks, and Oakley aboard for the 3rd time today. He's got a hit, and now 2 walks. This is going to bring up Drew Markle.
Not the way you want to start if you're low out of the bullpen. 4 pitches and a base on balls, turning it over to Drew Markle. And if you're manager Pintard, the feeling you must have to say, I can rely on any one of these guys in my dugout to go produce on any given day. It's invaluable.
First pitch in there for a strike to Drew. 0-1. He's got a base hit, a run scored, and a strikeout so far today. Oakley now at first base. He's had 2 attempted swipes so far today. 1 successful, 1 unsuccessful at second. A check back to him. 0-1.
Nick's got a lot of speed, and when he got caught stealing in the first inning, he kind of looked at the umpire like, really? Thought he got under the tag, but a lot of speed on first base. Might try to go again.
The 0-1 will miss high to Drew. That is ball 1. Evens the count. Also have to imagine, talking about the couple home runs that we have seen today, feels good getting those long balls, as we haven't seen multiple home run game all that often this season for Santa Barbara. The 1-1 is Markle sees it away, 2-1.
And all of these guys are more than capable, Hunter. You look at their collegiate stats, they jump off the page, 360 averages, 20 home runs in a single season. So they're bound to come, and being able to ramp up that pop in the bat before Wichita, it's huge.
That's exactly it, ramping up as the 2-1 will miss away, ball 3. After the All-Star break, just 3 more games in the regular season slate for the Sturs. Starting on Thursday next week to Sunday. Close out the regular season. Then next weekend in Wichita, playing for all the marbles. 3-1 pitch. This one is chopped over to third. That is a fair ball. They get one at second. Will it be 2? Markle is able to beat it out with ease. But Drew now aboard. Ground into the fielder's choice. Oakley, a force-out victim at second. 1 away now in the inning.
Another ball that was hit hard, and we know how much speed Drew Markle has, so easy for him to beat it out on the other end. Now turning it over to Lopez. He really got this home run party going.
Now the 2-run shot in the second, struck out in the third. Markle, decent lead at first. First pitch, miss high, maybe in as well to the catcher, Augie Lopez. 1-0. Lopez at the 8 spot. D. Kennedy will be on deck. Braden Lowe, faced 2 batters so far today. Check back to Drew. He's in. Still 1-0 to Augie Lopez.
And Augie, your prototypical backstop hitter, just the way he stands, batting towards the bottom of the lineup, but still providing so much pop.
There goes Drew. The throw down will be late, and Markle now in the scoring position. Another stolen bag for the Sturs. Comes with 1 out here in the 5th. Markle in scoring position. Also 2-0 now for Lopez.
And it's not even just the speed that really shines for the Foresters base running wise. It's the jumps that they get. We talk about it's almost walking leads to second base. And not one team they've played so far this year have done a good job at holding them on.
2-0 pitch, missing upstairs. Ball 3 to the catcher. D. Kennedy will be next for Santa Barbara. In the last of 5.
And Lowe just cannot find the strike zone. Forester hitters really able to look for their pitch.
Here's a 3-0, and that is ball 4 to Lopez. So got the home run, and now works a walk coming in the 5th to put 2 aboard for Santa Barbara.
Now batting number 1, third baseman, D.
Another great at-bat, and the catcher, Madrid Murray, will go out there and just have a quick conversation. Yes, situationally, you're trying to turn a double play to end the inning, but calming his pitcher down, knowing that there has been more balls than strikes, not a good recipe out of the bullpen.
The Sturs have pushed in 2 runs here in the 5th. TJ Pompey had the 2-run homer to induce a pitching change to retire Tyler Saleo of the ball game. Entered Braden Lowe. Lowe is allowed a walk. Drew Markle ground into a fielder's choice. Now Augie Lopez works the second walk of the inning. And here is D. Kennedy out of the 9 spot. Sturs looking for more here in the 5th. Markle, he takes off, and the throw down to third base. He's going to be caught out, and he will be tagged by Evan Jaquez. And Braden Lowe did well not to balk in that situation, steps off, and they get Drew Markle at third for the second out.
And you see that a lot with guys that have a sidearm delivery. I look at Tyler Rogers in the MLB. He picks off guys all the time, knowing that he goes very low to the ground with his knuckles scraping the dirt, the leg kick, and then turning back the inside move to get him.
The first pitch to D. Kennedy will miss in for ball one. So now 2 out. No more, only a single runner, man at first, which is Augie Lopez. 1-0 pitch, and Kennedy nearly gets clipped. Ball 2, missing in. Kennedy has struck out twice today, but he's got a favorable win, blown out towards center field. Check back to first base. Lopez, in just his first start, he had a plate appearance earlier in the week, but big impacts. Also having another catcher defensively. But the home run and the walk today by Lopez at the 8th spot. Here's the pitch, and missing down and away. That is ball 3 to D. Kennedy.
Just looking to barrel something up is D. Kennedy. Find a pitch that he could hit hard. Even if it doesn't result in a hit, Hunter, the confidence boost to see a ball come off the bat at a high velo would be huge.
And that is a strike to Kennedy, 3-1. Top of the order will be on deck, Jonah Sebring.
D can really flip the lineup over on a positive note here.
3-1 pitch, that will miss in. That is a walk to D. Kennedy. He will reach for the first time today. And we'll put Augie Lopez now in scoring position at second. And the lineup turns over for Jonah Sebring.
And they're going to go have a conversation now, the pitching coach. You look at since Lowe has entered the ballgame, Hunter, 3 walks and only 1 out recorded. Very difficult, and it's tough to command that sidearm delivery. Yes, I talked about it before he started this inning. It's very effective when he's dead on, but when the command is not there, the fastball starts leaking out, it's very difficult.
Augie Lopez will now be at second, Kennedy at first, both working walks. On for the Sturs, their final time that they're playing Ventura this season. Ventura, an affiliate of the CCL Southern Division. We've seen a couple interesting matchups throughout the season, especially the last game and the first game against the Pirates. Closer affairs. The Sturs had a late push in that game on the 28th when they won 10-6, but Ventura Pirates gave them a good contest, and now here, leading 8-0. Opportunity to drive in a couple more runs and really put this game completely out of reach.
They've just held the Pirates' offense at bay. That's the best way to put it. Only 3 hits allowed in total, 0 runs. You have the brilliant start by Frank Camarillo to open the ball game. You turn it over to a filthy reliever in Diego Ramos. You ask Ryan Kramer, they have arms for days in that bullpen. And that's what makes this team so special.
Yesterday we saw Ty Baker get his first start, going 4 very solid innings. 9 Ks for Ty in the start yesterday. But here's Jonah Sebring, and the first pitch will be in there from Braden Lowe, 0-1.
A 2-out knock here for Jonah Sebring. Another guy that's kind of struggling, looking for that one big hit.
Lowe steps off on the hill, but Jonah today, a K. A liner out in the right, and a pop-up that was caught in foul ground by the catcher. 2 aboard, 2 gone. Here's the 0-1 pitch now to Jonah Sebring, and Jonah will take a strike, 0-2.
Jonah, not a huge fan of that call on the inner half of the plate. A lot of speed. A ball in the gap would score 2 with D. Kennedy at first base.
Lowe trying to limit the damage. The 0-2 pitch missing high, 1-2. Lowe entered this ball game after TJ Pompey, the 2-run homer. So, yeah, this inning, he's given up 3 walks. Trying not to allow a run since he has taken over. 1-2 pitch, and Jonah swinging away, almost similar to that first inning where he got tied up, was hit but struck out in the first, just able to tap it. Foul to the right of the dish, means 1-2.
And it looks like this is his inning for Lowe on the mound. No one else getting loose on an island out there needing to come through.
And the right-hander comes set. 1-2 pitch. Sebring will get hit on the left side, so Jonah go down that first base line, trying to walk it off. He reaches base for the first time today, and this hit by a pitch is brought to us by our friends at Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So this is going to load up the bases for Jackson Freeman. At third, Augie Lopez, D. Kennedy at second, and Sebring now at first. Freeman stands in. He's reached base 3 times today. He's been hit, solo shot, and a base hit in the 4th. Having himself a very nice day, looking to add on to it here in the 5th. First pitch. This one's rolled over to the second baseman, Gordon, and no one was able to cover first base in time. And as a result, a run will come in to score. Augie Lopez will score, and Freeman drives in another run. Stirs now lead 9-0.
Have a day, Jackson Freeman. The home run in the 2nd inning, a single in the 4th, and then an RBI single here on a little cue shot to the first baseman, a tough PFP. Forsters extend their lead to 9-0, and Jesse DiMaggio will pinch hit for Will.
So DiMaggio to hit for the first time today in the DH spot, 3rd in the order, 9th batter to stand in. Bases remain loaded, but the Stirs have tacked on one more run. DiMaggio on the first pitch will take a strike, 0-1.
We talk about Jesse, one of the younger guys on this team, just now getting integrated into the ball club, learning from these veterans. A guy that, being from Santa Barbara, will likely be a part of this Forster culture for a pretty long time.
The 0-1 will miss in, 1-1. DiMaggio grew up going to Forster games. Pretty cool. He's playing now under the stewardship of Bill Pintard. He's got the bases juiced. Kennedy is at third, Sebring second, Freeman at first. 9-0 the lead with the pitch missing in. No, it hits him. That's going to bring in another run. D. Kennedy from third will score. It is now 10-0 Forster's lead, and they have batted around here in the 5th. Holman led things off, will now stand in for the second time.
And a serious lack of command continues to haunt this Ventura Pirates team. The lead now for the Forsters up to double digits, 10-0. And you look at this inning, Hunter, not a ton of damage from a bat perspective. 3 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 1 error.
Here's Holman, who reached on that error to lead off the inning in the first pitch, missing high. It's now 10-0 our score here in the 5th.
Once again, Hunter, another crooked number. This is what the Forsters do.
They've pushed in 4 runs in this inning with the second pitch to Holman missing away. They pushed in 6 through the first 2, 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 4 now here in the 5th. Holman still has the bases loaded ahead of him. Still 2 outs. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Jack, and Holman back pick to first, and that throw nearly into right field, but Jose Mariano able to make the jump. That ball would have been sailing down that right field line, but the first baseman keeps it at bay, keeps it a 10-0 ball game.
That is awesome athleticism from Mariano, getting up there at first. If that ball is down the line, I would guess it scores 2 just because of how far the right fielder is playing off of that foul line.
So it is ball 3 to Jack Holman. Needing a strike for Lowe, and he will get it, 3-1.
Jack 3-0 was really focused on just getting 1 pitch in his spot to hammer. Still in the hitter's count. Stay disciplined. Do not expand the strike zone if you don't have to.
Bases loaded. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and that is ball 4. So Holman, for the second time this inning, will reach base. Works a walk, brings in another run for the Stirs. Sebring from third scores. It is now 11-0 Sturs on top, and yet the bases remain loaded. And TJ Pompey had a 2-run homer in this inning that induced the pitching change, then entered Braden Lowe, and Lowe now facing the 9th batter of this inning in relief.
This has now become a disaster of an inning for the Pirates, to say the least.
First pitch, that's popped up and just to the right of home plate, strike one. Pompey on that 2-run homer. Sent it in to right, and that ball just kept on sailing over the right field fences to extend the lead for the Sturs, but they have pushed to now 5 here in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, good slide from Madrid Murray, 0-2.
In the last couple of days, it's almost like a sigh of relief for TJ Pompey. Seeing that success come, we know how hard these baseball players work. It's a sport that is based off of failure. You're an all-star when you hit 3 out of 10 times. And TJ finally finding his stride.
And he will strike out this time around, but the Sturs, what an inning here in the 5th. They plate 5 runs, and they now lead 11-0 over the Ventura Pirates. We go to the 6th, Sturs in command.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the 6th inning here from Santa Barbara High School, Sturs lead 11-0 over the Pirates, 9-1-2 coming on up. Madrid Murray to lead things off with the first pitch from Diego Ramos remaining on the hill, missing high. That is ball 1.
Ramos looking to just pick up right where he left off. Keep this game going. Forsters fortunately have only used 2 arms.
1-0 pitch in the right field, tracking back is Jackson Freeman, and Freeman will make the catch few paces in front of the wall, and Grant Madrid Murray retired 1 away in the 6th. With that fly out into the outfield, we have a defensive change for the Sturs. Caden Peterson will take over for Jonah C., bringing Peterson will now bat at the top spot in the order for Jonah.
We saw Jonah get plunked in the 5th inning in the calf. Curious to see if that's injury-related, Hunter. Maybe it tightened up through the last half inning.
Here's the top of the order for Ethan Kearney. Fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. Something did happen for Sebring. No sense to try to do anything here and push it. 11-0 lead. Going into the All-Star break. Couple days off for Santa Barbara. All building towards Wichita in about 2 weeks' time. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Kearney sends it over the third base dugout. Strike 2.
Diego Ramos has the archetype in the build to be a reliever at the big league level. You look at a power sinker, a power 2-pitch mix where it can execute, throw strikes, and get a lot of swing and misses. He fits all of those boxes.
He's ahead in the count. 0-2 pitch, and Kearney sees a ball missing high, 1-2. In terms of pitching today, like we see Shea Went, Ty Zarodnik in this ball game. Ryan Kramer wants to get a couple guys into the ball game to pitch an inning at least. 1-2 pitch, and Kearney sees it away, 2-2.
Ramos looking to get back into the zone here. 2-2 count. Love the changeup from him. Changeup sinker combo can really tunnel it on the outer half.
2-2 pitch to Kearney, and Kearney drills this one over the head of the shortstop. Marco had a grasp at it, climbs the ladder he attempted to, but it'll be a base hit for Kearney. He will reach for the first time today. 1 out knock for the Pirates. Kearney now at first.
See that, Drew Markle athleticism at shortstop. He got up there. Not high enough, though, to take away this single from Kearney. But all day long, even when Camarillo's gotten into trouble, Ramos has gotten into trouble, they've found ways to get out of it.
Only been 2 times when the Ventura Pirates have had multiple base runners, with the first pitch now to Ethan Gonzalez missing for ball 1. Came in the 4th and in the 5th inning. Check that, only in the 4th inning when there were multiple base runners for Ventura. It's the consecutive knocks from Gonzalez, and then Juarez, who stands on deck. Here's the 1-0, and this one is over to second base. Oakley fields it. There's one at second to turn 2. Yes, 4-6-3, and Ethan Gonzalez grounds into the double play. Stirs able to turn 2. Go to the bottom half of the inning, still on top, 11-0 over Ventura.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
There's a pitching change for the Ventura Pirates. Taking over for Braden Lowe will be Aiden Melendrez. He's going to face Nick Oakley, Drew Markle, and Augie Lopez coming on up in the bottom of the 6th. Stirs put up 5 runs in the last after putting up 6 through the first 2 innings, and a hearty 11-0 lead. Starting to approach the later innings here at Santa Barbara High School.
For the Ventura Pirates, they'll be looking for one guy that can get them some outs. Baseball's a crazy sport. You never know what could happen. Just trying to stay within relative striking distance.
Well, the first pitch to Nick Oakley misses away, ball 1. Nick today's reached base 3 times. RBI single in the first, worked to walk in the 3rd and in the 5th. Second pitch will miss down, ball 2. Delivery from Melendrez.
Nick's looked great today at the plate, reaching base in all 3 plate appearances.
That's in there for a strike to Oakley. 2 balls and 1 strike now from Aiden Melendrez. And the right-hander taking things over. 2-1 pitch, and Oakley will see ball 3 On deck, Markle and then Lopez in this inning for the Sturs.
Good take from Nick Oakley. That's the borderline 50-50 pitch on the black. Holds up.
Here's the pitch. And Oakley will take a strike, full count.
Now walk or knock. That's the mentality for Nick Oakley. Find a way to get on.
3-2 pitch. Oakley into center field. Nick Oakley sending it back. And it is caught right in front of the wall. Nick Oakley giving it a ride into center field. And Robert Pitts makes the squeeze right at the fence, 1 away.
Nick Oakley just missed that one. Ball was hammered to center field. You see Pitts ranging back on the track at the wall, but stays in the yard for the first out.
Here's Drew Markle. 1 away, base is clear. Drew, base hit, he is K'd. Ground into a fielder's choice. First pitch, and Markle swing and a miss, strike 1. We've talked about the pitchers on the back end for the Sturs. Ramos has gone 2 innings so far. The 0-1 pitch, and Markle sees it in, ball 1. We do see Andrew Simo throwing down that right field line. Ryan Kramer says he might try to get him in the ballgame. And the catcher, who just was recently activated, did throw a bullpen. Here's the 1-1 down for ball 2. Kramer said he did throw a bullpen earlier in the week, and they want to try to get him in the ballgame as he is warming down that right field line just to see what he's got. Maybe they need an inning eater later in the season or at Wichita. They can go to Simo. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and swing and a miss, 2-2.
In any form of playoff baseball at any level, you can never have too much pitching. So if Andrew Simo emerges as a guy you can rely on in big innings, who can eat outs, that would be ginormous.
2-2 pitch, but Markle's going to get clipped. Drew's going to reach base, and he is hit. So a 1-out base runner for Santa Barbara, and this hit by pitch brought to us by Alta Orthopedic.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt. This hit by a pitch brought to you by AltaOrthopedics.com. Got hurt? Call them.
So here's Augie Lopez. He's got a 2-run homer, a K, and a walk, which came in the 5th inning, scored 2 runs, along with 2 runs batted in. Markle, hefty lead at first. First pitch to Lopez. He taps it foul, strike 1.
Lopez has entered Santa Barbara, put on this Forster uniform quickly, and has already made such a big impact, both offensively and defensively. Catcher's been one of those positions that has kind of been plug and play throughout the course of this season. A lot of moving parts, but it feels like they found a guy in Augie Lopez.
And at first, the 0-1 down the middle, strike 2 to Lopez. D. Kennedy will be next for the Sturs. Santa Barbara with this lead, looking for their 19th victory of the season. Head into the All-Star break and end this homestand on a very positive foot. The 0-2 pitch, and this is down the middle, strike 3, and Lopez goes down looking. 2 gone in the 6th.
It appeared that Lopez was sitting on an off-speed pitch there and just got frozen with a fastball. That's good pitching. And D. Kennedy will have a chance with 2 outs. Still looking for that first hit since coming back.
Abe Melendrez has faced 3 so far. The 4th batter out of the bullpen now from Melendrez. Check back to Drew. He's in head first. D. Kennedy struck out twice today. Did work a walk in the 5th and a run scored in that 5th inning. Really the 5th innings the last couple games, Aiden, for the Sturs. Going back to yesterday's game against OC, they put up 5 in the 5th yesterday and 5 in the 5th today. Kennedy on the first pitch takes a strike.
5 in the 5th just sounds right, Hunter, and they're having a lot of good luck, good productive at-bats, hitting around 1 through 9 in the order. Everything's been clicking in those middle innings.
Here's the 0-1, and Kennedy will take strike 2. I'll tack one more thing onto that. 5 in the 5th of Finney's 5th inning. The Finney's 5th Craft House, maybe you should say 5 in Finney's 5th inning. A lot of Fs.
And it's free advertising, essentially.
Here's the 0-2 to D, and Kennedy sees in the dirt 1-2. In the 9th spot today, Caden Peterson awaits on deck. He was substituted in for Jonas Sebring defensively. he will hit for the first time, either in this inning or the next. Drew Markle is at first. A decent lead with 2 gone. There's the 1-2 pitch, and Kennedy into left. A liner in the left fielder. Wynn is able to make the squeeze out there in the left field lawn to retire D. Kennedy. Final out of the inning. We head to the 3rd, hard to the 7th with Santa Barbara on top 11-0 over Ventura. Santa Barbara Airport has 5 airlines: American, Alaska, Delta Air, Southwest, and United, with 12 direct destinations from Santa Barbara to Atlanta, Dallas, Denver, Las Vegas, Oakland, Los Angeles, Salt Lake City, Portland, San Francisco, Phoenix, Seattle, and Sacramento. With 23 daily departures from Santa Barbara, SBA's newest daily service on Delta Airlines to Atlanta and Salt Lake City can ensure that you can get anywhere in the world in just one stop. SBA is proud to join over 200 airports around the world in the Hidden Disabilities Sunflower Program. Passengers with a disability can opt into the program, and in doing so, trained staff at SBA will be there to provide additional level of customer service. You can learn more at www.flysba.com. Once again, you can learn more and book your flights today from Santa Barbara at www.flysba.com.
I'm Eric Onen, CEO and Managing Director of Santa Barbara Airbus. Santa Barbara Airbus is all about the customer experience. Having your customers count on you. It's because people recognize that you're there when you need them. One of the early challenges for our business was equipment financing. Community West Bank has always found a way for the terms and conditions to work for us and for them. I count on Community West Bank.
The community counts on Santa Barbara Airbus to keep them moving. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
Now in the top of the 7th inning, Forster still leading 11-0. Gabe Juarez, Brendan Wynn, and Jose Mariano coming on up for the Pirates, but Andrew Simo will take things over on the hill. Diego Ramos went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 K for Diego Ramos. But Simo, we were told by Ryan Kramer they're going to try to get him in the ball game at relatively soon, some point last couple games of the season, just to see what he's got. Well, here you go. Got an 11-run lead. See what you got in the 7th inning, facing really the big bats in the order for the Pirates.
Awesome to see, too, Hunter. You rarely see a guy who plays catcher who can also pitch. I mean, obviously, we have the best of both worlds in Will Rogers, but Andrew Simo, not a high-profiled guy that we would think would get an opportunity on the mound, but sitting in the mid-80s. I'm excited to see what he features.
First pitch to Gabe Juarez, misses in, ball 1. Juarez today 2 for 2. A single in the first when he was thrown out at second, trying to stretch it to a double and a base hit in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch, and Juarez check swing, but this one's over to the shortstop. Markle charges in, bare hands at the throw to first, in time. Drew Markle, great play at short, 1 down in the inning.
Wow, what a play. Drew Markle with the bare hand on the run. Got him no problem. He flashes the leather at shortstop, in center field, wherever you put him. Drew Markle can play defense.
So 1 away for Simo and the Stirs. Here's Brandon Wynn, top of the 7, Stirs by 11. And Wynn sees the first pitch high and away at ball 1. For Andrew Simo, his fastball sitting right around 86. 1-0 pitch to Wynn. And foul tip back in the glove of Lopez, 1-1. Win today, strikeout looking, and a flyout into center field for the Pirates.
Great location to open up that at-bat. Here to win, high fastball.
1-1, check swing, but he went around. He tapped it as well down foul, so that is strike 2.
Filthy pitch from Simo. Quickly ahead 0-2. And a lot of freedom, especially a guy who comes into a game not usually with 11 runs of run support.
Wynn will strike out, and he will not be retired down the first baseline on the throw from Lopez to Holman. So as a result, Wynn will strike out but will reach base. So a one-out base runner, even though Andrew Simo picks up his first K of the season on the hill.
That's unfortunate if you're Augie Lopez, but one that's easy to shake off when you're up by 11 runs. Obviously, if you make that sort of crucial mistake in a 2-run ball game, it's blown out of proportion, a higher magnitude, but in this situation, no harm, no foul. How can Simo get back in the zone?
Here's Mariano, fastball high and in, ball 1. Did see a double play turned in the 6th inning, in the last, by Oakley and Markle and Holman. Santa Barbara cruising here in this ball game. The 1-0 pitch, missing away, ball 2.
Simo down, 2-0. Got to find a way to just throw a strike here. Fill it up. Cannot walk, guys.
2-0 pitch. Mariano sees a fastball high. That is ball 3. And down the right field line, we see Shea Went tossing. We are in the 7th inning. Went now warming. Also expect one lefty to appear today, if not both of them, depending on how things shake out. Zarodnik or Holland. 3-0 pitch. Down the pipe. 3-1.
Good location from Simo. Fastball on the inside corner. Has to think that mindset. One ground ball away.
Runner at first. There he goes. The 3-1 pitch. This one is roped past the shortstop with Markle covering second base. And that will be a base hit for Mariano. If the runner did not take off there, Markle likely would have fielded that ball with ease. But as a result, Wynn now to third base with the early jump. Mariano picks up his second hit of the day. Runners on the corners.
Perfectly executed hit and run. Stealing in a hitter's count, knowing a fastball is likely coming from Andrew Simo. Hammers it where Drew Markle evacuates as he's covering second base. An easy first to third, and first time today the Pirates have really had some runners on base and are in business.
So here is Rob Pitts. First pitch, and this is going to hit him square on the back. And this is going to load up the bases. Pitts grounded into a fielder's choice last time up, and now aboard after he is hit. And the bases now loaded. Mariano to second. Pitts at first. And it's going to be now Ryder Gordon to bat. Only a single out in the inning with Pirates looking to strike and put up their first runs of the ball game.
No doubt, and for the Foresters, up by 11. Want to get the easiest out possible. Don't mess around with defensive miscues. Stay smart.
Gordon Day ground out to short and a strikeout. First pitch now to the second baseman. Misses away from Andrew Simo. Ball 1.
And I love this situation for Andrew Simo, too, entering for his first appearance with the Foresters. Not high stress. If he allows a couple of runs, it's really no harm, no foul. You could just focus on your mechanics and location.
This one is up the middle. It's deflected. Drew Markle fields it. The throw to first will be in time. So the Stars do get the second out, but a run comes in to score. Brandon Wynn from third base scores, with Ryder Gordon driving him in. He grounds out.
Great play by Drew Markle. Deflected off the glove of Simo, but he still had the wherewithal to keep his head down, keep the glove down, make a strong throw to first base.
2 in scoring position, but now 2 gone for Evan Jaquez. 0 for 2 today. At third is Mariano. Pitts now at second. Pirates getting their first run with Jaquez leaning them back away from the pitch from Simo, 1-0.
See Andrew Simo. He pitches, honestly, like a position player. Stays simple. The fastball-cutter combination has been working nicely.
Gets his first strike, 1-1 against Jaquez, who plays with College of the Canyons. Ground up to first and ground up to second so far today for Evan Jaquez. Ball and a strike with 2 in scoring position for the Pirates. 1-1, and Jaquez takes strike 2. He's ahead in the count.
Good location there on the inner half. Simo now 1 strike away from a relatively clean inning with all things considered.
2 aboard, 2 gone. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Jaquez on the ground, left side. Here's D. Kennedy looks to the man between second and third, and the throw to first is there for Jack Holman, and the side retired. Jaquez will ground out. And Andrew Simo strikes out. 1 battered, side retired, but a run does come in to score for the Pirates. Go to the bottom of the 7th. 11-1, our score, Sturs on top.
Thanks for listening. But how would you like to read about your favorite team? Hi, this is Jim Buckley, and I'm proud to announce the publication of our first book about the Foresters, Stir It Up, the story of America's most successful summer baseball team, is out now. 100% of the profits from this new book will benefit the Hugs for Cubs. You can buy one at the ballpark or online. Visit sbforesters.org for a direct link, or look us up on bookbaby.com. You can also pick up a copy locally at the Mesa Bookstore or Chaucer's or the Tecolote Bookshop. Stir It Up includes a complete history of the team from the founding by Bob Townsend in 1991 through all 10 national championships under Bill Pintard. You'll hear again from great Foresters players, read about the Hugs for Cubs, check out our all-time records, and much more. Help the Hugs and read Stir It Up. More info at sbforesters.org.
Now in the bottom of the 7th inning, Caden Peterson will hit for the first time today. There was a defensive change for the Sturs when Jonas Sieben was pulled out of the ball game in center field. Entered Caden Peterson will now hit for the first time. Aiden Melendrez remains on the bump for the Ventura Pirates. First pitch to Peterson, it will miss low, ball 1.
Be Caden's first at-bat of the game, entering for Jonas Sebring. He's been so awesome all year at the top.
1-0 pitch. Finds the strike zone from Melendrez to even it up 1-1. Freeman will be next, and then Jesse DiMaggio, or the Santa Barbara Foresters, leading by 10. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And Peterson on the ground, left side, has a fair ball down the left field line. Peterson motoring over to second base. A little bit of a fumble in left field for Wynn, and that is a leadoff double for Caden Peterson. That's a way to hit for the first time standing in. It's a double. Kick off the inning.
Caden Peterson is as steady as any member of the Foresters. Barrels another ball down the left field line. We saw a couple of those in his last start. Crushing pitches all over the strike zone. So fun to watch. Great start to the 7th.
So here's Jackson Freeman, man of the hour. He's been hit. He's got a solo home run, base hit in the 4th, RBI single in the 5th. He's also scored 2 runs. Stands in. Peterson, the leadoff double at second. And Melendrez gives up the first knock of his outing in relief. First pitch to Jackson, and it misses away, ball 1.
This is the best possible day you can have if you're Jackson Freeman. A hit by pitch, a home run, 2 singles. Every at-bat has posed a different challenge for Jackson Freeman, and he's lived up to it each time.
1-0 pitch. Freeman will take a strike. 1-1. One for the Sturs. Just looking for a couple more outs throughout these late innings. With this 10-run victory, 10-run lead. Looking for the victory over the Ventura Pirates for the 4th time this season. Final time that these two teams will meet up all year long. 1-1 pitch, and it's away. 2-1.
Talk about it. This schedule for the Foresters, they see a lot of familiar faces, and that results in more success just because knowing when you're coming to the yard every day, what the expectations are, who you're going to be facing.
2-1 pitch. Freeman sees it away. Good slide from Madrid Murray. That's ball 3. When we look forward, after the All-Star break for the Sturs, they're going to be hosting the Slow Blues next time they play officially on Thursday. And that one's definitely been circled on the calendar since the last matchup, which got a little bit heated at the end. And really, last couple matchups have been eventful. 3-1, swing and tapped back, full count.
And in my eyes, Hunter, it's the perfect way to cap off a regular season getting ready for Wichita. When you're in the NBC World Series, you're going to be playing in those high-intensity moments where a lot is on the line. You get a preview of that with a rivalry close to home, a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion. It's going to be a fun little 2-game series home and away.
The home game will be on Thursday, then away on Friday. 3-2 pitch. Freeman in the right field. That ball will fall in front of Ethan Kearney. And holding up at third is Pearson. Good can from the right fielder. Runners on the corners. 2 knocks to start off the inning for the Sturs. And they continue to roll here against the Ventura Pirates.
Jackson Freeman is 4 for 4 with a hit by pitch. What a day.
Here's Jesse Maggio. Runners on the corners, no outs. DiMaggio hitting for the second time. Stood him with the bases loaded when he first hit for Will Rogers, and he will take first pitch for a strike, 0-1. When we again look to next week, the Blues home and then away, and then on Saturday they face the San Diego Sunrays and then the Academy Barons to cap off the regular season slate for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Then off to Wichita. Their first game, Kansas, the following weekend, check back to the man at first, and Freeman in safely. It's 0-1 for Jesse.
The Slow Blues schedule, always just a little different with them being in the CCL North. But still, frequently play CCL South teams. They're kind of in the middle, need a middle conference almost.
Here's the 0-1 on the ground. A chopper to the third baseman. Jaquez goes to second base to turn 2. Yes, the 5-4-3 double play. DiMaggio grounds into it. They're the first 2 outs of the inning. Holding up at third is Caden Peterson.
Good turn there from the third baseman, Jaquez. Holman looking to pick up DiMaggio, knock in one more run.
Holman today, RBI double, pop up to second, reaching on an error, and also a walk. This one lifted into right. It's a sky ball. Kearney tracks back and makes the squeeze. That ball was a mile in the air for Jack Holman. And a fly out into right. Final out of the inning. Peterson had the leadoff double, but stranded at third base. We head to the 8th here in Santa Barbara. Sturs, they lead by 10.
During this time of record market highs and gradual economic recovery, it's essential you have someone you can trust. For 10 consecutive years, the Santa Barbara News Press Reader's Choice Poll has awarded Tremblay Financial Services recognition for the financial guidance they provide their clients. Tremblay Financial Advisors continually educate their clients with new options and financial planning tailored fit to you. For more information or an appointment, call 569-1982 or log on to tremblayfinancial.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Centaurus Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tremblay Financial Services and Centaurus Financial are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal. No investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect against a loss in periods of declining values.
Need a new copier for your office? Coastal Copy is the original copier dealer in the Tri-Counties and your authorized Kyocera dealer, offering complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Kyocera Task Alpha digital MFPs. And thanks to the latest in Kyocera mobile and cloud technology, we offer Kyocera's mobile print app, which allows you to access documents through your smartphone or tablet. Call us today to schedule your free assessment and quote.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, Making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
We'll have a pitching change for the Santa Barbara Foresters now in the top of 8. Shea Went will take on over on the bump for Andrew Simo, catcher, and also throwing for the first time this season just to get acquainted on the hill. But now Wentmore will take over. He's going to face 9-1-2 for Ventura. First pitch to Grant Madrid Murray, swing and a miss, strike number 1.
Shea Went's been another one of those guys all season long that has been so reliable. The fastball is plus. He comes in out of the bullpen, works very quickly. You'll see him standing on that mound just waiting for the batter to get ready.
There's the second pitch already missing away. And for Andrew Simo, went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, which was not an earned run. No walks and 1 K for Andrew Simo. 1-1 count now for the 9-hole hitter. Here's the pitch to Madrid Murray, and Madrid Murray into left field. Pompey's going back into left center field and makes the squeeze. Madrid Murray fly out in the left, 1 away in the 8th.
I'm very impressed with TJ Pompey's reads out there in left field when he hardly plays in that position. But if you're an athlete, you can play the outfield. That is just a fact. And looking at Shea Went's numbers before entering this start, 14 2/3 innings, a 3.07 ERA. You just look at this group and you think, so many guys that can go out there and just throw multiple innings.
Here's Robbie Trato pinch hitting. This ball is gloved by Drew Markle, the shortstop, but the throw will miss errantly. And holding up at first base will be Robbie Trato. And Drew Markle, what an effort just to stop that ball. He heaves it over there. But will be an infield single for Robbie Trato, who was pinch hitting for Ethan Kearney at the top spot of the order. So it's a 1-out base runner for Ventura.
Great effort by Drew Markle with the dive in the hole. Throw to first, offline. But that's one that if you're Coach Bentard, you want him to just hold on to, almost an error.
So here's Ethan Gonzalez, 1-out base runner at first. Here's the pitch, and Gonzalez sees it down, ball 1. Gonzalez today has K'd, base hit in the 4th, and ground into a double play, 1 for 3. Here's the second pitch. It's 1-0 to the shortstop. And that is down from Shea, ball 2. We do see Warman in the bullpen. Ty Zarodnik. Likely we will see him in the 9th. Ryan Kramer trying to get as many guys, a couple guys in this ballgame. We saw Ramos, Simo now Went so far in relief. 2-0 pitch. And Gonzalez sees it down and away, ball 3.
Looking at a guy like Ty Zarodnik. Such an amazing lefty out of the bullpen. If he were to pitch today, it would be tough at-bats for the Ventura Pirates, to say the least.
It's 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch, and that's going to miss down low. I think Gonzalez thought it was a strike, but he will reach base on balls. Trato to second, and that's going to put 2 aboard with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning.
Been a little bit of a rough outing to start for Shea Went from a command perspective. We don't see him walk a ton of guys generally. Always pounds the strike zone. He'll look to get right back to it while facing Juarez.
Here's Gabe Juarez, stands in for the 4th time today, 2 aboard. Sturgis looking for a few more outs in this ballgame. First pitch missing down, ball 1. Juarez, base hit. Deep in the left, he was thrown out at second. Another hit in the 4th, ground out to short. Ventura Pirates did pick up their lone run on the scoreboard in the last inning. With 2 base runners, 1-0 the count to the lethal Juarez, slogging over .650 this season. That's down, ball 2.
And as the balls continue to pile up as far as continuous goes, easy takes start to come at a premium for the Ventura Pirates. Shea Wen wants to end that streak. Just fill it up with a strike.
Couple looks back to second. 2-0 pitch, and Juarez sees away. Great keep from Lopez. That's ball 3. He walked Gonzalez from Juarez has seen 3 straight here in the 8th. Brandon Wynn will be next.
And you don't start to think about any comeback being mounted when you have an 11-1 lead in the 8th inning, but strikes need to come at some point just for confidence.
That's a 3-0 pitch missing down and away, and Juarez will reach for the 3rd time today to load up the bases. Went retired the first man he faced. Madrid Murray gave up the base hit to Treto, but now 2 walks, and here comes Ryan Kramer out of the first base dugout to talk things over with Shea. Rodnick is tossing down that left field line. But for the Sturs, and when we look at this performance so far today, they struck early, which is something that the Sturs have been able to do as of late. 6 runs through the first 2, 5 in the 5th. Pitching, Frank Camarillo, another great start. The starters have been great. It's been a familiar story, especially this past week for Santa Barbara.
No doubt, and there's a lot of positives to take away, but you also want to finish a ball game strong. Momentum is a serious thing, and especially going into an all-star break period, you want to end the quote-unquote first half of the season on a high note. And even if they hold on for an 11-4 victory, for example, if they don't finish strong, it won't feel as satisfying. So I think that's a big part of this conversation that Ryan Kramer's having. Calming Shea went down. Not worried about giving up the lead by any means, but wanting to keep that mojo.
And for the Sturs, 18th game in 21 days, they're playing right here today. Taking on last couple weeks, the true minor league schedule. But some of these guys might be playing in just a short time with the MLB draft kicking off. Bases now loaded. Treto at 3rd, Gonzalez at 2nd, Juarez at 1st. Here's Brandon Wynn. And that's down for ball 1.
Bases loaded, up by 10. Infield all the way back. Just looking to roll a double play. Keep the ball in the infield.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Wynn will see ball 2 high. And at this point, Went can't buy a strike. Watts Gonzalez walks Juarez. And now 2 straight balls to Wynn. Still, just a ground ball away from getting out of this inning. 2-0 pitch, and this one's fouled straight back. Hello to the camera. Strike 1. Not as bad as last time.
Same incident almost happened again. We're lucky the tripod this time held strong. But it's a wake-up call. Helps us lock back in for sure.
And that was the first strike for Shea Went. So it's 2-1. And Wynn will take strike 2. Good delivery from Shea. Himself back in it. Count even at 2.
Great job by Shea Went. Right back into the zone. And now, a big strikeout would rejuvenate that dugout.
Here's the pitch, and Wynn in the left field. Left center field having a track over his TJ. He will make the catch, and tagging up at 3rd is Robbie Treto, and will be a sacrifice fly for Brandon Wynn. And the Ventura Pirates tack on their 2nd run of the ball game.
Similar play to what we saw earlier in the ball game with TJ Pompey ranging to his left in that left center gaff near the 375 mark. That actually started this inning, the Madrid Murray fly out. And once again, makes it look easy. No problem switching positions around the field. What an athlete TJ Pompey is.
It's 11-2 our score. Man at 2nd, man at 1st. First pitch to Jose Mariano now. And Mariano spins away from it. Strike 1. Mariano had himself a nice day. 2 for 3 so far in the last 2 appearances. At the dish, collected hits.
Filthy breaking ball to open up by Shea Went. He'll look to build off of that.
The 0-1, and the fastball's in there, 0-2.
And this shows, Hunter, that mound visit from Ryan Kramer worked wonders on Shea Went's confidence. Since that timeout, he's got back in the zone. Looks like a much more confident pitcher.
The 0-2 up and just into the backstop to the right of the dish. The fencing high up there. It's nothing in 2 for Mariano. Stirs in the bottom half of this inning while Pompey, Oakley, and Markle. Stirs been cruising through this ball game. Struck fast, struck early. Shea Went looks to limit the damage. 1 run in here in the 8th. There's the 0-2 pitch to Mariano. The delivery from Shea misses high. Ball 1.
A lot of confidence. And Shea went to throw his pitch for a strike. That time the slider just slipped out of his hand. We'll see where he goes now.
The Pirates trailing in this ball game. The 1-2 pitch, and that is strike 3. Mariano goes down looking, and Shea Went limits the damage to only a single run here in the 8th. Bottom of the order, bottom of the 8th we go. Pompey, Oakley, Markle coming up next.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Now in the bottom of the 8th from Santa Barbara, and the Stirs on top 11-2 over the Ventura Pirates, and TJ Pompey will lead things off for the Stirs. TJ Pompey so far today is K to fly out to right, another strikeout, but the 2-run homer last time up in the 5th. And on deck we'll have a pinch hitter, Cooper Carter, will be hitting next on deck for Nick Oakley. But here's TJ to lead things off, bottom of 8.
TJ's had a nice day at the plate.
And the first pitch popped up right side. Mariano, the first baseman, moves in and makes the squeeze. And Pompey up the elevator chute, retired, 1 away in the 8th.
TJ there just got jammed once again and popped up to the first baseman. Had that big fly to the opposite field. We've seen his approach be to the right side all day long.
But now here is Cooper Carter, and for Carter, the bullpen catcher for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and Bill Pintard showing him some love, getting him an AB here. First pitch, swinging away, strike 1. It's great to see him getting an AB today.
Love Cooper Carter, really good dude, and the bullpen catcher for this team, but we saw him start one game, always a positive attitude, and just awesome for the organization.
Sees a breaking ball in there for strike 2. And for Carter, getting the AB here in the CCL game. Had to start in a non-league game. The 0-2 pitch, well away, ball 1. Nick Oakley, nice day at the dish. 2-run single earlier and 2 walks, but it's now all Cooper Carter. See what he can do here with the 1-2 pitch with 1 out. And Carter rolls it towards the second baseman. Not well hit. Carter trying to beat it out at first. Not in time. The throw in time, but Carter unable to get there. Good effort from the bullpen catcher. He will ground out. 2 gone in the 8th.
The definition of a cue shot right to the second baseman. Cooper just couldn't barrel it up. But line will move to Drew Markle.
And for the Sturs, bottom of the 8th inning, when you look towards the 9th pitch, Gordon Hawkes, 6, 7, 8, will be up for the Pirates. Sturs will be looking for 3 more outs to close out this ball game. The first pitch to Drew will be in there for strike 1. Aiden Melendrez been remaining on the bump. He took over since the 6th inning. He's been pretty solid out of the bullpen for the Pirates.
No doubt, and we talked about them trying to find a guy who would go and just get them outs out of the bullpen. Melendrez has been that guy today.
Melendrez just has given up 2 hits, no runs, the 1-1, and it's missing down for ball 2 to Drew Markle.
Markle can get greedy here, up 11-2. Take a big swing if he'd like. Try to put one over the wall.
Here's the pitch, and Markle takes a strike, 2-2.
Now has to protect. Talked about how he's a pull hitter. See his approach.
Here's the pitch, and Markle, he's going to get hit. And Markle, for the 2nd consecutive time he has stood in, has been hit. So he's aboard with 2 outs, now at first.
And that one doesn't hurt too bad. Caught a lot of flesh and also an off-speed pitch, but never fun to get plunked 2 straight at-bats, obviously wanting to hit in this sort of baseball game.
Markle had a knock early in the ball game. He did ground into a fielder's choice, but if you count that, 4 times he's been on base today. And here's Augie Lopez, who has made his first start of the season behind the dish, and what a start it has been. This one drilled into right center field, into the gap, and Lopez looking for 2 bags. So it takes a funny hop off the wall, and Drew Markle looks to score from first. He will. RBI double for Augie Lopez. What a ball game for him.
Have a day, Augie Lopez is right. Despite the 2 strikeouts, the 2 extra base hits, the home run in the 2nd inning, 2 RBI there, and then a double in the 8th. Power to all fields, crushed a double into the gap. He's been a revelation for this group.
12-2 now our score. So here's D. Kennedy. The Sturs tack on maybe another run here in the 8th. Lopez, 3 runs batted in today. Look back to second from Melendrez. Here's the pitch, and Kennedy will tap it foul. Strike 1. We have seen a lot of runs batted in today, and those runs batted in are brought to us by Gold's Gym. Gold's a couple locations in Santa Barbara and Goleta, where Foresters train to win. 0-1 with 2 out. And Aiden Melendrez, since he took over in the 6th inning, gives up the first run of the day. The 0-1 missing down, 1-1.
A little bit of a reverse broadcaster jinx, talking about how good of an outing he had, and then Lopez poking one into the outfield. But D. Kennedy talked about all he needed was a barrel to get that confidence back. He did that in the 6th inning with the flyout. We'll see how he builds off of it.
1-1 pitch, and Kennedy will take strike 2. He is in the 9 spot. Peterson, if D's able to reach, stands on deck. That second still is Augie Lopez, inching his way out from the 2nd station. In Melendrez, from the first base side of the hill. There's the 1-2 pitch. Kennedy sees it down, 2-2.
Good take from D. Kennedy with 2 strikes. Now's a chance to shorten up. There's a lot of room on the right side of the infield. We know that D can go the other way.
Melendrez, the 2-2 offering to D. Kennedy, and Kennedy maybe a broken bat past the shortstop in the left field. A base hit. Augie Lopez looks to come home. Errant throw and advancing to second is now D. Kennedy. He slides in head first, and D. Kennedy, an RBI single to score. Lopez Sturs now lead 13-2 in the 8th.
Great read by D. Kennedy. You saw that throw coming all the way home and advanced. Looks like this might be a conversation or a pitching change. Now 13-2 Santa Barbara in the 8th.
So man remains at second base, another run batted in. We've also seen a couple home runs today, 3 in this ballgame. Freeman had one in the second after Augie Lopez had the first home run of the day, a 2-run shot. Also TJ Pompey, and all these home runs brought to us by our friends at Santa Barbara Airport. Santa Barbara Airport, you can always get home from SB Airport. Thank you, Santa Barbara Airport, for sponsoring those home runs. Well, it's back to the top of the order, and Caden Peterson, standing for the second time, had a double. First time he stood in the 7th, but the Sturs talked about scoring in bunches, but they've continued to find good offense, even if they didn't score runs in the 7th inning. But here in the 8th, tacking on more runs, and guys like D. Kennedy, confidence boosters going into the final week, and then Wichita.
Yeah, all around, this has been exactly what the doctor ordered for the Santa Barbara Foresters, a team that you come to the yard today knowing that you should beat, and they've executed that perfectly. 13-2, the offense has been rolling, and the pitching has followed suit.
First pitch now to Caden. Caden in the left field, and that's over the head of the shortstop. D. Kennedy at second base. Looks to come around to score. He will just evade the baseball. Peterson to second base. Nearly a carbon copy of what D. Kennedy just did. Peterson drives in Kennedy from second base. Another run tacked on, the 14th run of the day with Caden. RBI single and advancing to second on the throw home.
Just a soft liner jam shot from Caden Peterson. Ags gives D the go sign. 14-2, and the Sturs continue to pile it on.
And we've seen this a lot throughout the season, but with 2 outs, the Sturs have been very, very good. The first 2 men were retired in this inning, but the next 4 reaching base, and they've driven in a pair.
And time again, Hunter, we reiterate the quote from manager Pintard: 2 out hits win championships, and they've had so many as we inch closer to Wichita. Very special stuff.
Check that, 3 runs in this inning. And here's Jackson Freeman. Can he do something again? Freeman today, he has been hit, a home run, and then 3 consecutive singles he's driven in. He's got 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs. Freeman, an unreal day. He's an 0-1 count now. Here's a pitch from Melendrez, and it's away, 1-1.
Good take there from Jackson Freeman. He's reached base in all 5 plate appearances, 4 for 4 with a hit by pitch. A base hit here would cap off one of the best days we've seen from an individual in a Forest uniform all year, maybe the best.
1-1 pitch, Freeman sees it down, ball 2. Peterson remains at second with 2 gone, 14-2, our score. If he's able to do it again, DiMaggio will be next. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. And Melendrez. Here is the 2-1 pitch. Freeman just taps it towards the first base on deck circle. It's strike 2.
Jackson Freeman talked about how he's in that sort of mix with Jack Bollinger and a lot of these guys who they don't play every single day, but when they're in there, they're some of the most productive guys in the entire lineup. And a day like today will earn Jackson Freeman plenty more starts as we get into the postseason.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Jackson. Can he reach base again? He has 5 times today with 4 hits. 2-2 pitch. Freeman on the ground right side. Here's Ryder Gordon, fields it and will retire Jackson Freeman for the first time today. But the Sturs put up 3 in the 8th, and we head to the final inning. Pitts, Gordon, Jaquez up for the Pirates. Sturs in command.
We're Tammy and Scott from Draftsman Ale Works here in Goleta, California.
For me, making beer is a dream come true. Seeing the community come together in our brewery is a fantastic feeling.
Community West Bank has trusted and believed in us from the very beginning.
Not only have they helped us by getting to where we are today, but they're helping us lay a path for where we want to go.
We count on them.
The community counts on Draftsman Ale Works to bring people together. We're glad they count on us. Community West Bank, member FDIC.
It's out of here. It's tough to tell whether that's another Forester's home run or one of the many flights going out of the Santa Barbara Airport. With 22 daily departures and 11 direct destinations, including Chicago, Dallas, Las Vegas, San Diego, and Seattle, there's no need to drive and fly when you can take off local at the Santa Barbara Airport. Prepare for a departure from the usual travel experience. Choose SBA and depart differently. A proud partner of the Santa Barbara Foresters.
When it comes to your office equipment needs, call Coastal Copy. We're the largest independent office equipment dealership in the Tri-Counties, and as your locally owned authorized Savin dealer, Coastal Copy offers complete sales, service, and supplies on a full line of Savin digital copiers and MFPs, Savin color printers, digital duplicators, Savin wide format systems, digital presses, document management solutions, and more. That's Coastal Copy.
You'll see a difference because we go the distance.
Call 1-800-995-8835.
Jackson Freeman will take things over on the hill for the Santa Barbara Foresters. He's going to face Pitts, Gordon, Jaquez, and defensively Cooper Carter, who pinched hit in the last inning for Nick Oakley, now in at left field. TJ Pompey slides over to second. The defensive changes, and Ty Zarodnik will look to close out this ball game. 14-2 our score. Sturs looking for 3 more outs to head in the All-Star break. Then after that showcase game on Wednesday night, get ready back in the saddle to face Slow Blues right here on Thursday, and then face them away on Friday. Big games coming up.
No doubt, and you look at Ty Zarodnik's ERA entering this one, a 3.18 in 11 1/3 innings pitched. 11 strikeouts to 3 walks.
First pitch up into right field. Jackson Freeman is out there in the middle of the lawn, makes the squeeze. 1 pitch and 1 out with Pitts retired. Sturs looking for 2 more to close out this game. So here's Ryder Gordon, 0 for 3. He did bring in a run. Be interesting to see as well in terms of that Thursday game, in terms of starting pitchers as well, because obviously not having the guys Tuesday, Wednesday throw, what who the starter is going to be. The first pitch down the third baseline, foul, strike 1.
It'll be an adjustment for all parties, to say the least, but talked about how confident Ryan Kramer and manager Pintard are in these arms that they have. No doubt that they'll figure it out when that time comes next weekend.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and swing and a miss is Ryder Gordon. 0-2. And if you kept the same rotation, the guy that started last Thursday was Hudson Hamilton, who went 4 hitless and scoreless innings. Also another prospect could be Cody Howard, but likely he would start the next day at Slow. I'll have to wait and see. Here's the 0-2, and that's down and in, ball 1.
And you have to just think, Hunter, with how grueling of a summer campaign this is. You're playing 5 to 6 times a week. That All-Star break, extremely valuable for all these guys that aren't going. The bodies can rest, they can recover, and then you just envision a 2-week stretch run. How can we go get number 11?
1-2 pitch. This one's up the middle, off the legs of Ty Zarodnik. Here is TJ Pompey. Did he make the play? What a play from TJ Pompey at second base to retire Ryder Gordon. 2 down in the 9th.
Looked like it might have skimmed off of Ty Zarodnik, but TJ Pompey just inserted second base. We've been raving over his defense in left field, another position that's not his traditional spot. Smooth backhander and a nice throw.
So, well, the pinch hitter to hit for Evan Jaquez will be Sean Mann. Now hit. Sturs looking for 1 more out to cap off this ball game. First pitch to Sean Mann, and he will see a ball away. 1-0.
Your Ty trying to find a way to throw strikes. Do your best impression to end this game here on the final batter.
The 1-0 pitch. Man will take a strike this time, 1-1. Seen some great plays from the two middle infielders, not just today, but the last couple games. Drew Markle, some great plays at short. TJ Pompey, solid play up the middle of the field. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Sean Mann. And Mann on the ground, left side. Here's Drew Markle, scoops it up in the throw to first. Will be in time. Great pick from Jack Holman, able to keep his back foot on the bag. Throw a little bit off, but the Sturs get the final out of the ball game. And the final score 14-2. Before we go anywhere, we will hear from Jackson Freeman in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Aiden, what a game for the Sturs.
What a game is correct. 4-0 on the homestand. We talked about it in the first game of this four-game stretch. If they go 3-1, that is a win for all departments. We were thinking that maybe that OC Riptide game could be difficult, but they pulled it out yesterday. They come in here Sunday, momentum rolling, 3-0 already. Now make it 4-0, and you can't be any hotter entering the break. What a win for the Sturs.
Sturs going the All-Star break riding high, so we will step away and hear from Jackson Freeman, the man of the ball game, when we return. Don't go anywhere. Interview with Jackson Freeman. Interview with Jackson Freeman coming up next. Welcome back to Santa Barbara, and we're joined today by Jackson Freeman. Well, Jackson got 4 hits today, the home run. You reached base 5 times. How would you characterize your day today?
Yeah, it felt good up there. Obviously had a nice day at the plate, so that always helps. And the team did great as well. Got the win, so great day.
And talk about what you did at the plate. Did anything change for you today to have this giant outburst of offense?
Yeah, I've been just looking at some video and going over some things that I've been doing and try to make a couple changes, and I did that today, and it worked out.
And specifically, anything on the changes that you've been trying to work on?
Yeah, just staying back. I feel like I've been lunging a little bit, so trying to stay back, keep that front leg locked, and it worked out today. So.
Well, we know you're from California, but how's your time been here in Santa Barbara?
It's been great. Yeah, it's been awesome. The guys are awesome, and it's great. It's a great staff to work with. Very knowledgeable, and obviously they got a lot of experience. So. It's been a lot of fun out here, and I'm looking forward to getting to Wichita and hopefully win that whole thing.
And before Wichita coming into the All-Star break now, any plans coming up the next couple days?
Not too much. I'm going to have a couple friends come up here, actually, so show them around Santa Barbara a little bit.
Nice. And then, believe it or not, like you said, Wichita's around the corner, final week of the regular season. How would you gauge the team heading into the final week of the regular season?
Yeah, I think everybody's really good. They're locked in, and we've been playing some really good ball lately. So just trying to keep that going into Wichita and, ride it out.
Okay, and final question, how do you recover from a baseball game? Anything you do specifically physically, anything you eat?
I'd say mentally first, just kind of trying to decompress a little bit. It's a long day, and you get home and you just want to decompress a little bit before you get into how your day was and whatnot. So I try and take a little bit of time off thinking about the game right when I get home. As for food, I try and have a big meal right after the game. Just kind of, you're working hard out there, so try and get some calories in right away. And then just recovery things, just trying to get a good sleep and, get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, Jackson, it was a pleasure watching you play today. Great stuff, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. Thanks to Jackson Freeman for joining us. And once again, the final score here from Santa Barbara, 14-2. And they take it over the Ventura Pirates in the season sweep over Ventura. So once again, the Sturs head into the All-Star break. They'll be returning home on Thursday to take on the Slow Blues. So for all the crew behind the scenes, we're Jackson Freeman and for Aiden O'Neill, I'm Hunter Schumink saying so long. We'll see you after the All-Star break when the Sturs are back in action next Thursday. We'll see you then.